Shalom, shalom, family, shalom. I'm bad for the delay. Y'all know what time it is. I'm gonna do a little bit of sharing real quick. Y'all heard some jubilant tones in the back. Bros over here bumping some old school. Drink some good Mayam water. Y'all see the topic. Mr. Babylon, the 4 beasts of Daniel. The great eagle, second Esdras. Try our best to edify and glorify the Most High. I'll praise glory and honor to the Most High. I'm in GSTL. Malachi Maccabee to my right. I got my steam Gregory. Yeah. We're going to take our time on the Shabbat. We're going to thank the Most High for allowing us to come together once again and throw down on His holy word. May He be glorified and may we all be edified. All praises, glory, and honor. First and foremost, if we can be heard, throw a 7 up in the chat. If we can be heard, you throw a 7 up in the chat. Let's get her done. We're gonna go over a few news articles too. We got that mosque shooting today in New Zealand.
Yeah, 49 people got killed today.
Yeah, 49 people got clapped up. We still got the Venezuela situation. Venezuela is still on the brink of anarchy. So it's things to be paying attention to. We thought we just went through a mini EMP here in St. Louis, riding over here.
Oh yeah, you seen that?
I felt it under my feet. Y'all cold. We all felt it, and it blacked out for a second.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it can't be EMP because the car's still running. You know what I'm saying? But man, just that quick, man. You dig? So we want to thank the Most High for allowing us to do this, what we do, because tomorrow truly ain't promised. You dig? So they say they can hear us. All right, we gonna get her done. Let me share this on some of the social media. And let's get her done. But give us some of your thoughts, brother. Express yourself, man. About that 49 people that was killed earlier today, man. Like, man, it's crazy. It lets you know let me say something real quick. It lets you know how desensitized we done became too. Because it's like, I remember when the Valentine's Day massacre, and that was just 7 people back with Al Capone back in the 20s.
Yeah.
It did, and that was considered a lot of people dying at one time. It did. Now we hear 49 people dying, and it's like, all right, yawn, but go ahead and express yourself, bro.
Well, back then, when Al Capone was doing his thing, Leave the Beaver probably was on, and their parents, they used to sleep in separate beds back then on TV.
They sure did, didn't they?
Now,
y'all just got to answer that. Y'all ain't gonna be my answer.
Now you have, women sleeping with women, and on a TV show,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. On our favorite, Shabbat
Shalom, what's the word, priest? Southern Kingdom in the bit now. Y'all, you already called me ill, bro. I just talked to Doc too. One of the brothers called me new. One of the brothers called me new.
Oh, yeah. I was linking them up with y'all.
Yeah, I told we be down the next Friday. Y'all willing?
All praise.
Y'all find y'all a spot. Go ahead, finish expressing yourself, right?
Yeah, and back then, now it's like even on our what is it? The Avengers. You have homosexuals, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. On our favorite TV programs, we have homosexuals. So when we hear about 49 people getting murdered, you were exactly right. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, most of it is like, oh, okay. I'm glad it wasn't me. But now it's like, for me, being awake and stuff like that, I do know, that everybody do have to go. It's like, may the Most High have mercy on their souls, even though they're in a different they believe in a different God than we do. Still, God's creation. And we do have to have some type of sympathy.
I figure consider that could be us.
Exactly.
You feel me? Not that long ago, you got Black Wall Street. You got in 1985 the movement in DC. They was bombing whole neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So you still got certain things, military occupation, you got all that going down in this hour. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild. I'm tripping off how 49 people can die and people don't even be like, you almost like forget about it. You feel me? A lot of people didn't even know. But like, 49 people got killed today in a mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand. That's the name of the city in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Christchurch, but it was Muslims. It was an Islamic mosque shot up. You know what I'm saying? Not that long ago, it was the Jewish little synagogue shot up.
Yeah, what
you feel me?
Jersey or somewhere.
Yeah. So these things is happening regardless if people want to deal with it or not. You understand? So we're gonna read a little bit of that. Then we got this Venezuela crisis, and then we're gonna go through some scriptures, some more extended versions of what our brother Ezra was seeing in the Apocrypha. And then once the angel revealed to him exactly what he was looking at, he compared it to the prophet Daniel. Like Daniel saw some of this too.
Yeah.
You did. So then we can start moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, all right, that's what that means. Then you realize the scriptures not just the scriptures are prophetic, meaning world history backs the Bible.
That's right.
When you done talking, a lot of people like to throw out there that the white man wrote the Bible. That's a lie. And they throw that out there to have you in the spirit of like staying away from it, right? But if you never connect to the words of your power or your source, you understand, you'll never receive power. That's the trick. Keep these niggas away from the Bible. You feel me? And who they really are.
Or how they want to have you have some type of doubt within your mind too as well.
Yeah, real talk.
Because doubt, it kills your faith. You know what I mean? You have doubt, just like how Peter, he doubted when he was walking on water. He doubted for that hot moment, that hot second. He started sinking in that water. First he tiptoed.
First he out there.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, something hit him.
Yeah, what it was, you saw us tripping up. I'm actually doing this. Hold on.
Something hit him.
You know what I'm saying? Like you good. He tip aside, tell you like in the Matrix. Nobody makes the first jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead. Almost done forwarding a lot of this out real quick. Bang. Want to kill the dead group. Nah. Bang. All right, so let's get it done, bro. We're gonna first read this about what happened in New Zealand today. Catch up on that real quick. I'm gonna do a screen share. All right, let's screen share this ordeal real quick. What happened in New Zealand? A lot of people didn't even know. A lot of people ain't paying attention. You dig? Stuff was happening right in front of our face. Do a screen share on her? I can't even do no screen share on this one. I ain't even in the hangout here. We just gonna read the article. This article right here, y'all, from USA Today, usatoday.com. All right, New Zealand mass shootings, how U.S. racism might be fueling hate around the world. Let me make this a little bit bigger for the fam. I can zoom in on it. Going off. Going off. You know how to zoom in there, though. Going off. All right, let's put it up on like 150. Y'all should be able to see that 150 right there. Turn your phone sideways. All right, so how U.S. What that deal say, boy? How U.S. racism be fueling around the world. Dang. Dang, that's a drone strike. What? Look at that. What the most I got is looking at her. What a drone. What, like destruction, don't it? What? Y'all tripping. Let me go back to the article we was at. So y'all can get some understanding. All right. We're going to read about what went down in New Zealand. Man, that looked like, okay.
And a lot of people, they work 20, 30 years, just to get a house. Whatever, now they could be gone.
Yeah, that quick. Most I say, the more you deck your houses, and your cities, and even your own self, the more I'm going to be mad at you. You're not paying attention to what's coming. You still playing. All right. So again, how racism is fueling hate around the world. All right. Again, usatoday.com. All right. What did it say, my brother?
The horrific racist attack on 2 New Zealand mosques that killed 49 people was fueled by
xenophobic.
Yeah, we got ethno-nationalistic and anti-immigrant feelings that seem to be rising worldwide. A tide of hatred that has taken many of its cues from the United Snakes of America, according to human rights leaders.
So it's basically when this whole spirit of illegal immigration, Trump building this wall, all of it. You understand? That's why the scripture go into how in them days everybody gonna turn to his own people and flee to his own land. What you're seeing is everybody turning to their own people. You know what I'm saying? Other people like, no, stay away from me type. You be like, why can't we all just get along? Look, it's prophecy, man. When you done talking, everybody got to go back to where they from. You understand? And what the Most High is doing is causing it to happen. A lot of people don't like it, but it's just what it is. And those are saying it's getting its cues from the U.S. The place the land of what you call the free, right? Home of the slave. All right, she's fueling almost everything around the world. You feel me? The military arm of Babylon is the United States of America. You got the spiritual head, which would be the Vatican. All right. Then you got the financial head of Babylon, which would be London. So you got your spiritual, your financial, and your military. Combined, you ain't messing with that. The only powers that are attempting to deal with that is the powers out east, dealing with Russia, China, and Iran, and all them. You understand? So, all right, let's go, Hebrew. What did it say right there?
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
The movement is being led by a small but vocal group of Americans who have sought to craft a narrative that white racial identity is in danger. In an interconnected, internet-enabled globe, their ideals migrate very quickly from one continent to another.
Y'all hear that? Basically, the so-called white man is feeling that he's being surpassed by everybody, basically. You feel me? So it's like the white racial identity is in danger, meaning the white race is dying quicker than they're being born.
That's right.
That's been happening since like 2014. You understand? So those that study statistics, those that study stats and all that, they know that. All you gotta do is study stats. Be like, look, these niggas are steady multiplying. It don't matter what we do. We put them on child support. We whatever. You understand? You got men running around here with 12 children, 30-something children. The cat down in Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
And then, now you dealing with. But look at the flip side. You dealing with those that say white racial identity is in danger. Why? Because they're not multiplying. It damn there ain't no such thing as no pure-blooded white man no more. Real talk. Real talk. Let's get it.
The United States is the epicenter of the world in terms of how white identity is seen, said Karma Dana, a professor of Middle East politics, a director of the American Muslim Research Institute at the University of Washington, both there outside of Seattle.
So she's saying, look, the United States is spearheading this.
That's right.
It's the epicenter of the world when it comes to in terms of how white identity is seen. No doubt. You're dealing with the KKK, the Klan, neo-Nazis, the little militias right now that's crawling on their knees and elbows in the woods training for what they call Armageddon or whatever. It's saying the U.S. is the spearhead behind all of it. You feel me? And in a world where everything is connected through the internet and all that, I mean, ideology, beliefs, any of that. You feel me? It ain't hard for none of that to travel. It used to be somebody from that region of the world just had to come visit you, like Paul and them was doing back in the day. You understand? And bring you the good news from where they from. You did. Now you got a computer on your phone. You understand? Your phone got more technology than that so-called spaceship when they so-called landed on the moon, which we know is some madness, but still, you got more technology on your hip today than they had to put in them spaceships. Now, what's up with that? That's how quick knowledge is going to be, you know what I'm saying, grow and expand. Yeah. All right, where we at?
Right there. The New Zealand attack comes after recent racial violence in the U.S. Domestic extremists killed at least 50 people in the U.S. in 2018, making it the fourth deadliest year for extremist-related killings since 1970.
Do y'all see that? Since the Civil Rights era. Since 1970, it's right there. It comes after recent racial violence in the U.S. Domestic extremists killed at least 50 people in the U.S. And y'all trip off this. They ain't even counting all the cops that's been out here killing them. You understand? Those are low numbers. What you mean? If you throw all the police killings in there, we got to call them the U.S. domestic extremism too.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, and they say it's been the most, making it the fourth deadliest year for extremist-related killings since the 70s, since 1970. Wow. That's almost 50 years. Like 48 years. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
According to the Anti-Defamation League, a non-profit that fights anti-Semitism and all forms of bigotry.
That's a lie. Go ahead.
White supremacists committed the majority of the murders in 2018.
Wow.
The ADL said.
Nah, that ain't a lie. You did, boy. I'm talking about a non-profit that fights anti-Semitism. We the Shemites.
Yeah, exactly.
You dig? And y'all totally against us. Why are the Israelites all over this so-called ADL or the Southern Poverty Law Center? You understand? But note what it said. White supremacists committed the majority of the murders in 2018. Wow. Really? I don't see, but hey, every time you see a Marine walk through the mall, all y'all get nervous, get a yellow belly, like they say, get your back stiff. Damn near want to salute them. You start trembling. Where is the cries for them being radical and militant at? You don't even hear none of that. As soon as a brother gets some type of knowledge of the Bible, start growing some type of hair on his face, hair on his head, nah, he's just extreme.
Right.
But white supremacists been killing folk out here, and y'all ain't said nothing about it. You did. And then look at Trump over here to the right, looking like he just oblivious.
He got a smug look on his face.
Stop it. His father was a damn Klansman. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
In 2017, violent clashes between counter-protesters and white nationalists in Charlottesville, Virginia, led to injuries and death, making the college town synonymous with racial unrest and amplifying the message of white nationalists. More recently, a gunman opened fire in October inside a Pittsburgh synagogue, shouting hate for Jews and killing 11 people during the 20-minute attack. Authorities say the gunman had made anti-immigrant posts on social media.
And that's the thing too, boy. With social media, they got all that. You ain't got to wonder what nobody's thinking. You ain't even got to wonder. Okay, so right here, Christchurch, New Zealand again, y'all. New Zealand's a country. Christchurch is the city. Yes, there are people that look just like us. See that sister with that woolly hair right there? You all over the globe, right? No different than a lot of our people that was up in that church with Dylan Storm Roof went up in that deal. Our people called it Christianity, you know what I'm saying? So right here it says Christchurch, New Zealand, March 16th, local. And then it's crazy because March 15th, no, it's saying March 16th, but on this side of the world, it's still March 15th, right? They call, y'all know what today they call this?
No.
The heathen call this the Ides of March. Some more paganism. I thought Hosea would definitely know about the Ides of March, which
I actually gotta know.
you know, Google that and look that up if you get a chance to. Y'all start seeing a lot of stuff start happening around that time, but it's just more paganism. All right. So notice this actually happened on the 15th of March, the Ides of March. When we get into these, you read a little bit about it when we get into this 12 Caesars book later.
Can they see?
Yeah, they can see that. I can't. What do you say? You say flip the screen. I can't, bro. I ain't in Hangouts. I just went live from whatchamacallit. They ain't even let me flip the screen. I was trying to. So I know y'all looking right at us. Oh, you know what? Yes, I can, brother. Let me see. I might be able to. Nah, that's a shirt. That's a shirt, son. That ain't even let me flip it. Yeah, I ain't even got it to do it in this one, man. I just went live straight from the YouTube instead of going through the Google Hangout. And this happened, Hebrew. So y'all just bear with us. We're gonna be in the Apocrypha, we're gonna be in all that. All right, let me get on back to what we thought. Now they can't see what we actually read. All right, so right here it says March 16th, locals laid flowers in tribute to those killed and injured at Dean's Avenue near the Al Noor Mosque. On March 16, 2019, in Christchurch, New Zealand, at least 49 people are confirmed dead, and more than 40 people injured following attacks on two mosques. That was coordinated then.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Two mosques got hit at the same time. In Christchurch on Friday afternoon, the victims, 41, were killed at Al Noor Mosque on Dean's Avenue, and 7 died at Linwood Mosque. Another victim died later in Christchurch Hospital. 3 people are in custody over the mass shootings. 1 man has been charged with murder. Wow. All right, go ahead.
Modern white supremacy is an international threat that knows no borders, being exported and globalized like never before. ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt said, the hatred that led to violence in Pittsburgh and Charlottesville is finding new adherents around the world. Indeed, it appears that this attack was not just focused on New Zealand, it was intended to have a global impact.
Yeah.
The brazen attack in the town of Christchurch began with social media announcement from the killer that he soon would be streaming his rampage. A 17-minute video stream of horror that unfolded on Facebook.
Dang.
Well,
he announced it. Then did a live video stream on Facebook.
Yeah, people was probably watching it too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Wanted to see it live.
Yeah, right while it was going down. People been getting killed on Facebook, doing little videos.
Yeah,
outside walking, reserved for the judge. Wow, go ahead.
Since taking down, let me read that scene's over. A 17-minute video stream of horror that unfolded on Facebook. Since taking down it, which dozens of worshipers at 2 mosques were massacred with high-powered weapons indiscriminately. Police finally arrested the suspects along with 3 other individuals. A hate-filled manifesto believed to be written by the New Zealand attacker included references to the Second Amendment.
Hold on, the who?
Included references to the Second Amendment.
Now, why is the Second Amendment of the United States being brought up in New Zealand? Huh? What's really going on? So they let you know, man, this thing is beyond just your actual borders. Nation gonna rise against nation. You know about the race wars. We know about all of it. It is based off the scriptures that we have. So what you're seeing is the influence that Babylon has on the world spilling over, and what they doing. They step, blocking, fetching. They doing the same exact thing Babylon is doing. They just mimic it. You feel me? So again, when you read in the scriptures about she got a cup in her hand full of wine, she done made everybody drunk. You did. She done passed her philosophies and way of life all throughout this earth. And what are people doing? Mimicking. You feel me? Exactly what it is they seeing. All right, go ahead.
With the gunman writing that he hoped conflicts over firearms would eventually lead to the United Snakes splitting along politics, cultural and racial lines. He also wrote that he supports President Donald the Carrot Trump as a symbol of renewed white identity.
You see, I'm telling you, do y'all really know who y'all got up in that White House, man? You understand? Look, the whole MAGA, Make America Great Again, they talking about them good old days. Yeah. When you couldn't even look a heathen in the face without getting hung. That's what they talking about, the good old days, the days their grandfathers. You feel me?
And for you Jakes out there that like them white women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know? All they coming, all that situations. You feel me? And look, we got a lot of this we done seen or we done heard about, and we act like, all right, well, that don't happen no more. That ain't in my day. You feel me? It was a brother that just was found hanging here a couple months ago.
Right.
Like this stuff happens right in your backyard a lot. You choose to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is here. You are living an Israelite life regardless if you want to accept it or not. This is the life you live. You feel me? We live a life full of Bible prophecy. You feel me? And obviously our God is the one that's if for the lack of better terms, the puppet master behind the whole thing. It's the Most High. You feel me? Because certain events got to happen. You understand? A cause has to happen for an effect. All right, go ahead. Let's get it.
I think it's a small group of people, Trump said.
And then like, he just up on Twitter, just, while all his homeboys going to jail. You feel me? Like Trump, hey man, you want to know about an arrogant, pompous heathen? Look no further. You dig? And at times you be like for myself, at times I actually laugh at Donald Trump, man. Like, I can't believe this heathen is really saying this. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Domestic terrorism goes global. Anti-immigrant and ethno-nationalistic actions have been on a sharp rise in the West over the past 4 years, according to data collected by Tendai Achimu.
I heard that.
United Nations Special Rapporteur on contemporary forms of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia,
yeah,
and related intolerance.
That's one of them special words there, boy.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying? One of them words you got to Google.
How you say this?
Xenophobia. Hey, what's the odds of March, y'all?
Dislike of or prejudice against people from other countries.
Xenophobia. So anybody from dislike or prejudice against people from other countries.
That's March.
The Ides of March, man. Go ahead and break that off. Because it's mighty funny. This goes down on the Ides of March.
The Ides of March is the name of the fifth Ides. It sounds like idols to me. The Ides of March is the name of the 15th day of March in the Roman calendar. Words Ides comes from the Latin words Idus. Sounds like idols too. A word that was used widely in the Roman calendar, indicating the approximate day that was the middle of the month. The term Ides was used for the 15th day of the month on March, May, July, and October, and the 13th day of other months. The Ides of March was a festive day dedicated to the god Mars. A military parade was used.
A military parade was usually held to honor their god Mars. You feel me? Yeah, the god of war. All right, so now you're dealing with blood being shed, right? Now, how ironic this happens? You mean to tell me that this happening on the Ides of March is just a coincidence?
No, this was a sacrifice.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Had to be a sacrifice to their little pagan deities, their little false gods, man. You feel me? And these Romans are at it again. These Romans are at it again. Go ahead. What else to say? The Ides of March. Let me put that up in here. The Ides of March.
In modern times, the term I just hit the button. In modern times, the term Ides of March is best known as the date on which Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC.
Wow. Now trip off that. We're gonna talk a little bit about Julius Caesar today, because that fourth beast that Daniel actually saw, you dig, when you get to understand it, you're gonna see what empire that is. That was, and the deadly wound was healed, and all that. You know what I'm saying? And Julius Caesar is one of the kings that ruled that beast. You dig? Then you got the second Caesar that rose up, Augustus Caesar. And then right in the scripture, they tell you that the second king gonna rule longer than everybody. How is it ironic that Augustus Caesar ruled longer than every Caesar that came before him and after him? He ruled over 40 years, over 40. Nobody else came close. So also they favored Julius Caesar, who the month of July is named after. Julius Caesar was actually executed on the Ides of March. Come on, Hebrew.
Caesar was stabbed to death in the Roman Senate by a group of conspirators led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longus.
Yeah.
Another point which arises is Shakespeare's use of the Ides of March and the lacked out in Marcus Brutus' decision to assassinate Caesar to portray an atmosphere of madness, pleasure, and pandemonium. It is said that on the Ides of March, the sea succumbs to the chaos of the full moon and brings high tides. At this point, gives the Ides of March a very mysterious quality. Last paragraph. The Ides were originally meant to mark the full moon, the halfway point of a lunar month. But because the Roman calendar months and actual lunar months were of different lengths, they quickly got out of step. The ancient Romans considered the day after the calendar, the first day of the month, or nuns, the ninth day before Ides inclusive, or Ides of any month as unfavorable. These were called dies atri.
Not sure about that. They made superstition behind it. But how ironic, man. 49 people get killed today by somebody claiming a white nationalist identity. Extremism. That's crazy because they come out with the BIE, the black identity extremism, where they can lock brothers up, what they deem as threats. But this slipped under your radar. What about those that's in the white identity?
Yeah.
You feel me? Nationalism and all that. Now trip off that. 49 people killed on one of his ancient forefathers' holy days, on the Ides of March, in which they worship and give reverence to their god of war, Mars. Feel me? By spilling blood.
Mob boss got killed too, shot 6 times.
See, and the mob boss said a mob boss got killed today with on the Ides of March. Yeah, what was it? Was Gambino on them?
Gambino.
Yeah. John Gotti and them or something like that. Somebody else famous. But y'all get to understand and how ironic that this happened today. That's all I'm saying. All right, back to this USA Today article, and again, y'all be reading about what went down in Christchurch, New Zealand mosque, and it was 2 mosques actually. 49 people are dead. You understand? They say white identity extremism is on the rise rapidly, and it's the United States of America that's spearheading that vibration through the earth. Why? Why? Because the so-called white race is dying quicker than they're being born. And that ain't the case with us. What it say in the book of Exodus, the Hebrews are lively women. By the time we get there, their baby's already born. It's just what it is. No matter what's going on, we gonna multiply. We can be in the worst conditions ever. It's gonna be some low-end warfare going on, but well, you gotta, man. The Most High has to have a sense of humor, man. He has to. He has to have a sense of humor. All right. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Okay, that increase began in 2015 with the arrival of relatively small numbers of refugees in Europe who was fleeing war in Syria and elsewhere, says Asli Bali, professor of law and faculty director of the Promise Institute for Human Rights at the University of California, IA, Los Angeles. It was further fanned by growing economic anxiety, rising inequality, and narratives that tell whites that those woes are driven by immigrants, and people of color.
See, so look, all your you're losing your jobs, and the so-called woe is me spirit that the so-called white nationalists are coming out, and it's fanned and fueled by them saying, you understand, it's these illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Right? It's the people of color. Big. So they'd say, okay, well, it's too much of them. And you look, if you think it's a game, watch the movie Rampage. Part 1 and part 2. You know what I'm saying? White boy went on a rampage, man. Clapped up the whole town. Got away with it, got away with millions, and his whole thing was like, he would even kill his own if he had to. And his whole thing was like, look, it's all talk. All y'all do is talk on the news and talk about your stats. What's up with this action? And white boy, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of them out there like that. That look at the stats, understand the news, understand that they are a decreasing. They are a decreasing minority, actually. Like, you feel me? Even amongst the heathens. Like, the rest of the nations don't even like this heathen. Yeah. So guess what that's gonna do? He gonna fight. All right. But in the end, he gonna be hey, we're gonna smoke him out in the end, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Where you at?
Another often cited statistic is that the United Snakes will cease to be majority white within several decades.
Do y'all hear that? Man, look, if you ask me, that's already the case, man. I ain't seen more of them than us. I believe the numbers are cooked. Because everywhere I go, I see us. You know what I'm saying?
You don't hear about 30 and 40 police having to come for one heathen. You hear about 30 and 40 cops having to come for one heathen.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why they do us like that.
Yeah.
They know we're going to.
That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense to me for them to be like, that this is going to happen in a couple decades. Look, it already happened. Yeah, I think the numbers cook. Look, we multiply.
They cooking the book, baby.
Bro, we got a brother here that got 12 children himself.
Yeah, that brother, no, he got 18.
Yeah. Then this guy here, he's closing in on 10.
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying? There's the brothers around here, man. These are the brothers that we know.
All the boys more you got over there.
Yeah.
Don't act like Jacob, that situation couldn't happen.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Like
what is we talking about?
How many boys more you got over there?
Shout out to Yehuda Gerd.
Got 10.
Most I bless you, priest. Right on for your generous contribution as well.
I got 8.
You said what?
2 nieces.
Look, see, that's what I'm saying. Right, and look, and just a few, like our grandmamas in them generation, my granny them come out of family, 17 children and 13 children. I actually grew up with a family, the Coopers. There's 14 of these niggas, like straight up, 14. Now I went to school with all them niggas brothers. Like, damn, boy, you fight one of them boys on the crack. You know what I'm saying? You dig? Then you got then he had some cousins and they was about 12 deep. You feel me? Like, yeah. Real thingness. Yeah, so I'm not buying all that like they are majority. I don't see it. I don't see the birth control don't even work for us, man. No. I ain't seen it. All right.
Why did they call us roaches, man?
It's what it is. That's right. We don't die, we multiply. Come on, now, let's get it.
These trends can be observed in most of the Western world, from Switzerland to Germany to New Zealand, the United States, and some Scandinavian countries.
Oh man, that sounds Scandinavian.
Scandinavia.
Scandinavia.
The northernmost regions.
What is that up there by Greenland? The polar ice caps of Greenland,
Nova
brother.
Scotia.
Yeah, the Scandinavians. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
Resistance to the ideal of changing demographics has been on the rise since then.
Hmm.
Political populism has an irrational component that appeases to fears that are more often than not manufactured or imaginary, he said.
Woof.
It is also spreading beyond white majority nations globally. That word
Xenophobic,
and
ethno-nationalistic
violence and rhetoric has been rising for years, but have largely been overlooked in the West, Bali said.
Right.
For example, migrants from
Mozambique,
Mali, and Zimbabwe coming into South Africa has been subject to attack. In 2017 and 2018, immigrant shops were burned and their owners beaten. A survey last year found that 30% of South Africans blame the violence on foreigners stealing jobs from hard-working South Africans.
Man, wow. Now, y'all know with the apartheid in South Africa, the minority of the so-called white people that moved down there controlled the majority of the so-called South Africa.
Yeah.
You did. That was what Nelson Mandela and all that was about. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say? Oh, yeah, right there, the cup. Come on. Yeah. I see. May the Most High bless you, preach. You know what it is. All right, so, go ahead, Hebrew. Let's finish this off. We're going to get to these scripts.
Such attacks mirror much of the vitriol that's coming out of many U.S.-based alt-right websites and other media sources.
Yeah.
Or racial epithets and statements disparaging Hispanic women, Muslims, African Americans, and Jewish people run rampant. In one instance, William Daniel Johnson, chairman of the American Freedom Party, a white nationalist group based in New York, said, Europe is becoming Muslim.
Facts, boy. Hey, London itself got over 1 million Muslims in that deal. Right? London. You feel me? Facts. And there's a lot of proof out there when you dig deep down that the so-called royal family, they're Muslims. They not Catholics and then they actually Muslim. Like once you actually get into it, Islamic. Yeah. Crazy, man. And I want to say so-called royal family because they imposters as well. Yeah, I think, I believe it's going to bring it out.
You got some literature out there that says that the Catholics and the Muslims stem off the same branch.
They do. One is an invention.
My understanding that
one is an invention.
Catholics that they birthed the Muslim religion.
The Islam, it did. Muhammad, Khadijah, them. That's like the Christianity, all of it, man. All children.
The Rhodesians and the Armenians.
Don't get this Hebrew started. But we'll have a whole track by the end of this broadcast, brother.
Track them down.
All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Europe is becoming Muslim. Every people in the world can have their own country except white people.
Ooh.
We should have white ethno states.
Yeah, I heard this. Look, this is the view of this fading population of so-called pure-blooded Europeans. They saying, look, we need to have our own. And which I ain't mad at you.
Yes.
We need our own too.
That's right. That's right.
The problem is y'all own out, man. I was looking the other day. They got somebody, his title is the owner of Jerusalem.
The what?
Owner of Jerusalem.
What are you saying?
You got the owner of Jerusalem, the manager of Jerusalem. I say, look at this, hey. What's right? Own our stuff, man. You did. Maury Stoudemire got this Israeli citizenship the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of the heathens that was around him, you know, he had his ID card and all that. All the heathens that was around him. One of them was called the owner of Jerusalem. I'm like, look at this, hey. The owner. You talking about where the Most High say, look, that's mine.
Yeah.
You got the nerve to say you own it.
Man, bro, check out this. You can go right now and buy your own store and straight name you a store, man.
Yeah.
How the hell you finna give somebody a store? You put their name. Come on, man.
Makes no sense, man.
They look to set their nest name.
Just to feed they pride. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And they say their pride is the height of
Yeah.
Set they
Very
stars
pompous.
amongst they nest among the stars.
I finish this off. Let's get into
The attack in New Zealand reflects a growing maturation of white nationalist movement globally, which increasingly appears to be taking its inspiration from attackers in the U.S., says Eric the Cracker Ward, executive director of the Western State Center in Portland, Oregon, which monitors hate crimes and provides tools to combat extremist views.
No doubt, no doubt. Y'all read the rest of them when y'all get a chance. You dig this right here, Wellington, New Zealand. Flag flies, half staff. Y'all want to know where New Zealand at? Go ahead and Google it. Look at maps. Right, I'm gonna read a little bit of this right here. Made in the USA. New York University communications professor Helio Fred Garcia said the language used by candidate and now President Trump has had a direct impact on inspiring individuals to commit acts of violence. In other words, the rhetoric that Trump is upwheating, all that stuff he doing, it ain't doing nothing but provoking folks, you understand, to be more and more violent. That's what it's saying. Trump has also called Mexicans rapists and suggested there were people that were very fine people on both sides in Charlottesville. How you gonna say that when the heathen ran bruh them over, like killed them?
Yeah.
What you mean there are fine people on both sides? Because we all know who really put Trump in there. You understand? The powers that be, you feel me? And then you got, the white nationalists that's gonna hold on to their little ideology. They can think that their vote doing something as well. That's what it is. So right here it says Trump is, I read that, he says Charlottesville where white nationalists carried Nazi flags and chanted Jews will not replace us. Wow. Y'all see that? Crazy, man. All right, so look, also Venezuela is something else too that's going on. When y'all get a chance, look it up. That's been going on for about 4 days now. Venezuela, the entire country is blacked out. There's a coup going on. There's a ruler that's being replaced, and there's a puppet dictator being installed up in that deal. You understand? And the U.S. is right there playing a major role in it. You done talking. So when y'all get a chance, look up Venezuela. The crisis that's going on there is major. You dig? And again, just after 4 days of no lights, it's been over 1,000 bodies. That's just 4 days without no light. The entire country blacked out.
I saw a picture today. Somebody, one of the news reporters was down there just putting random pictures of chaos that's going down.
Yeah.
It was a street job, probably far down the block as we can see. It was just money in the guts.
Wow.
Just money. I'm talking about money.
Wow.
Just dollar bills, Brazil or whatever, Venezuela currency.
Wow. No good.
In the street.
It's toilet paper.
It's toilet paper. Where, bro? I'm gonna find that picture.
I want to see that, bro.
Yeah.
Money off.
You get some of that. You see
They
the
trying to put
president.
the old boy on the left. He the president now, and they trying to put him. And then Russia is telling America, if y'all keep trying to, influence,
Yeah, y'all back off. What's gonna be war?
There's gonna be some problems.
So this situation in Venezuela can actually lead to some type of world war, man. A lot of people don't want to deal with it, but it's the truth.
Russia just brought over that jet that they got.
Yeah,
brought that over there.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, real thing this.
Real thing this.
You know what I'm saying? It's time for our people to wake up out of their slumber. You understand? I just watched that Triple Frontier on Netflix. Y'all need to watch that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to watch it. That was pretty good. But yeah, they end up getting like one of the biggest drug lords in South America. His whole house was his safe. You dig? But it was like 5 homeboys that were special forces. You dig? And because of greed, they end up going down and losing one of their men. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But you'll see what they did in there. I went there to show. They was actually burning stacks of money. Like, man, whatever, F the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need to get on the fire here. What y'all talking about? Yeah. All right, so we go to Daniel the 7th chapter next, y'all. Daniel 7. We about to read about these 4 beasts of Daniel, and we're gonna connect world prophecy with it. You know what I'm saying? And may the Most High be glorified and may his people be edified. Right. We're gonna go to Daniel 7. We're gonna get the 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, chapter 9, 10, 11, and 12 today. And you know what I'm saying? That way, when you're dealing with the Bible, you can understand that it's also historical. It's the Most High that put the spirit out there to to rise nations up and make them fall, or to raise them up and to drop them.
And that's what you're gonna be doing in the Armageddon, about Armageddon.
Yeah, putting hooks in jaws and dragging them.
Yeah.
You feel me? But you seeing that type of stuff
Happening right now.
Yeah, like you know, there's a lot of people like flowing toward where the Most High, because they have financial interests and political interests over in our land. Again, there's a man breathing, walking this earth right now that calls himself the owner of Jerusalem. The owner. Yeah, I'm like, man, you crap. Why I be scared to call myself the owner of Jerusalem? That's crazy, man. All right. So look, let's get into this. We're gonna go to Daniel the 7th chapter. And again, y'all, the Bible's historical. We did a video probably about 5 years ago called the most historic body of notes.
Classic.
Bible. It's still on the channel. You know what I'm saying? You can go there and look at it, and you're gonna see it's the same exact thing. But what I wanted to hit on today was that fourth beast, really, that Daniel saw, and to prove that it was Rome, that you still live under a Roman construct to this day. You understand? Like Rome had a Senate, you got one here. Rome had a Capitol Lion Hill where they made policy up. You got a Capitol Hill. You understand? Rome had a major highway that was called Apion's Way. You got Route 66. You got your Colosseums, sports, Roman Greco wrestling. You know what I'm saying? You got all this. You feel me? You back in Rome. You back in all our ancient captivities, all wrapped up in one, man.
And the real Jews is getting blamed for the destruction of Rome because of
Hebrew.
You know what I mean? We're getting blamed for
Hebrew.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Like it
was.
Bless.
Yeah, Daniel the 7th chapter. We're gonna start at verse 1. We're gonna go over it. Shabbat Shalom, Ak Rock in the building. Shabbat Shalom, soldier. What's up with you, Ak? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All praise. And I'm a soldier. You feel? What's up,
Thanks,
man? Good to see the brother. Good to see you, Ak. All right, so Daniel the 7th chapter. That's right. All this must happen before our Exodus, and that's what's happening. This ain't no time for us to be sitting back, comfortable, man. You're gonna be looking at this stuff like, man, it's cracking. If everything that's happening in Venezuela could go on tomorrow here,
Yeah.
right? We felt the EMP coming over here tonight. You feel me? It blacked out on us right around Chambers.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, was that an EMP? But I looked at his car was still on. I'm like, nah, it can't be no EMP. The phones wouldn't be working. Wouldn't be nothing cracking. You know what I'm saying? But I felt it under my feet. I felt that zap under my feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what was that? And then right behind us, everything blacked out.
And then I seen fire because I was going this way.
Yeah.
I was finished leaving here. Nobody was here, so I went back to the crib to take a shower, and it blacked out right there.
Mm-hmm.
The gas, the taco smell, all
that.
that.
Right there.
He was passing us up as we was going up. I ain't seen it.
And there was a fire on the right hand side. And I was like thinking to myself, I was like, damn, it's about to crack. For a hot second, you know what I mean? My stomach got to fluttering, but I was like, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't care what you say.
Man, that's what we need to have a bug out bag, bro. Then it would have kicked off, man. Who would have been ready, dog? If it kicked off right then, who would have been ready, man? You got to think to yourself, bro. And I said this to a couple brothers, man. What are you gonna do when them babies and them women look you dead in your face and be like, "What we gonna do? You my head. You knew this was gonna happen. What do we do?"
I'm following my nose. Follow your nose.
Wait, that's a cereal, right?
Follow your nose.
That's a cereal.
We're gonna meet at your ass crib the other dog. Now I ain't gonna tell what we gonna do.
He done gave the coordinates up.
Damn, man, we gonna be at your ass crib. You damn.
They probably at the no-fly zone. They either on the Southern Kingdom, they call it.
Right.
You know where he at.
No, we're gonna be somewhere gathering.
Yeah.
Better believe it. Better believe it.
Daniel 7, verse 1.
It started verse 1, man. Let's get some understanding.
What's up? In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matter.
Yeah, so this is the Belshazzar, this Nebuchadnezzar grandson. The same king that saw the writing on the wall. You dig? Like before he saw the writing on the wall in chapter 5, Daniel had a dream. That's why some of this is not in sequential order. You just got to know the whole, you know what I'm saying, chronological order of certain things. But he had a dream. And so it's the Most High. I tell you in the book of Job, the 4th chapter, 12 through 18. Also Job, the 33rd chapter, about the Most High. He, in the night visions, give you a vision, right, to seal up your instruction. You see? So a lot of your dreams that you be having, you understand, it be the Most High trying to warn us about certain situations. Give us a, you know what I'm saying, give us a heads up. Like, do this, do that. All right, so Daniel was an actual prophet of the Most High, who the Most High was actually dealing with, right? And he gave him visions, right? And he gave him visions of the coming world empires. Now, realize he already in Babylon, which was an ancient empire. All right, we're going to walk it all the way down from Babylon on. Word, come on up. That's right. Go ahead, Hebrew.
Daniel spake and said, I saw my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heavens strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
Come on.
The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings, and I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
Come on.
And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh.
So we got a lion with eagle wings, and then we got a bird. 2 beasts so far. Now, the one thing to understand when you're dealing with the scripture, when you're dealing with beasts, you're dealing with kingdoms, you're dealing with rulership, for the most part. When you're dealing with mountains, you're dealing with governments and rulership. So as we keep reading, you're gonna see. You feel me? That's one thing about the Bible. It don't just give you a vision he had. He gonna break it down for you. Like, look, this is the interpretation. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. This is what you were seeing, and this is what you were seeing it for, right? All right, go ahead.
Okay. Verse 6. After this, I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
Come on.
After this, I saw in the night's vision, and behold, a 4th beast.
Now what?
A 4th beast.
Y'all see the title. We going into the mystery Babylon, 4th beast of Daniel, and that great 2nd Ezra. The Most High gonna explain something to Ezra about what Daniel saw. And that's the thing, the Most High may deal with you up to a certain point, and then tell you seal the book up. You dig? Like he told Daniel, until he put the spirit on somebody else to continue what it was he showed him. So you feel me? So Daniel was seeing visions of the end, like John the Revelator was seeing visions of the end. They were seeing similar things. All right, now we're dealing with this 4th beast that he saw, right? All right, go ahead, Doc.
Dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly.
Who?
And it exceedingly.
Wow.
And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns.
So when we read about the lion with the eagle's wings, when we read about the bird, when we read about, you all good. I'll move out to the side too if you need to. And when we read about the leopard, when we get down to this 4th beast, you understand? We see that it's diverse from all the beasts before it, meaning the other beasts before it, even though they were powerful, they wasn't dealing with this one. This one is totally different, right? And notice what it had. It had how many horns, it said?
And it had 10 horns.
It had 10 horns. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns, plucked up by the roots.
So why he's saying this beast got 10 horns, right? But then there came up another horn that dropped 3 of the horns that were already established. Yeah. You feel me? So what you're basically reading is about power shifting, the rise and fall of nations, even though they may be nations up under a certain banner, say Rome. right? But then you got still empires under Rome. You still got Great Britain, right? You still got Spain. You still got all these other so-called nations or rulerships. You feel me? That all really a part of that same beast. All of them was up under that ancient Roman vibration, right? Rome ruled the entire world at one point. All right, go ahead, Doc. Let's get it. Hey, can you crack that a little bit? Just a little touch there. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things.
Speaking what?
Speaking great things.
And look, this great things don't mean like, come on, you can do it. Diddly do.
Exhortation.
These are great things of blasphemy against the Most High. See, yeah. Every time you see great in the scriptures, like Babylon is called great. Alexander was called great. Great don't necessarily mean righteous. That's the whole point. All right. So that's because you see great words. It's going into him speaking great words of blasphemy against the Most High. That's what's happening. All right, go ahead, Doc. Let's get it.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
Okay.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
So what you read now is the end of the matter. When you done talking, all these kingdoms gotta come down. You dig? Then the Most High, understand, his kingdom must be set up on this earth. That's what he's saying. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. What thrones? All the dominion and rulership that he just was speaking about. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
And the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow.
What do you have on Levi's?
His garment was white as snow.
What do you have on? Yeah, on a garment, yo. The Ancient of Days is the Most High. Had on an all white garment. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Yeah, that's that good hair. Right? He don't have hair like Ren 1010. That's that good hair, that woolly hair. You dig? And notice that's a description of the Most High God.
That's right.
All right, so never be ashamed of how you look, my people. It is what it is. All right, Most High got woolly hair. So did his son. All right, go ahead, Doc.
His throne was like the fiery flame.
So he don't not only sits, you understand, in a white garment, but he sits on a throne of fire. Her of pure wool. Even them heathens try to mock it over in England when they sit in their seats of judgment. Don't they put on woolly wigs? Woolly hair symbolizes judgment. You understand? They actually put on wig. Their hair ain't nothing like that. But to this day, if you go over to London or wherever, you go into the Hall of the Magistrates. You dig? They all sit up in there with woolly white wigs on. Wow. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Yeah.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
So we talking about judgment, what you call Judgment Day, the end of a matter. And look, notice that's not a sight. That's not one of them sights you like, ooh. That's one of them sights you like, woof. You talking about the most powerful creator ever that willed time into existence, the creator of water and every element that's going up your nostrils right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting on a fiery throne, and it's fiery streams issuing from around. And it's just thousands of servants, 10,000s of servants in front of ministering unto him. Open them books up. Woo! It's a fearful sight. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed.
See, so that's the end of the matter, y'all. Y'all see that? This beast gotta go for the kingdom of Yahweh to be established. This can't be a close number 2. It gotta go. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And given to the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night vision, and behold,
come on,
one like the Son of Man came.
For you Old Testament only Negroes who don't believe in Mashiach.
Negro, we're gonna say this is real. coming on the
Yeah,
cloud.
like that don't even make no sense. That don't even make sense. You dig? But one likened to the Son of Man, right? Coming with the clouds of who is this? You see, I know y'all see what I'm saying. Like, it's certain scriptures out that you gonna read, and that since you don't believe in Mashiach of the New Testament, I know it's scriptures in the Old Testament you stay away from.
Yeah.
Because you ain't got no answer for it. Negro told me Cyrus the Persian one day was Messiah. I'm like, oh my God, did you believe this? The Messiah is Cyrus the Persian?
Until we get to the prophecy about him. There's another prophecy about him.
It's
another.
Yeah, it's other madness. But come on,
yeah, go ahead.
One like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven.
Yeah.
And came to the Ancient of Days. And they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion.
Hold on. So this son, this this son of the Most High, one likened to the Son of Man, they saying, right? This son of the Most High, let's keep it real, right? Was brought before his father and was given him dominion, rulership. You see? Go ahead.
And glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him.
Should serve all people, nations, and languages should what? Serve him. Serve him. All right, go ahead.
His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me.
Yeah.
I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this.
So he in his vision asking the angel, the messenger, like, man, what break all this down I'm seeing? Because I'm troubled in my spirit. You feel me? Like, these visions will make you lose strength, man. You be missing for a few days. People like, man, where is Yakanah Eliezer? Well, he didn't have a visitation.
He out there sleeping in that tent.
Yeah, that boy had a visitation, boy, and got visited by a heavenly host. Yeah. And this was what happened with these brothers. You dig? And as we see, the spirit that inspired them to write, or their scribes to write what they were speaking, you feel me, is ringing bells today. You talking about thousands of years ago, man. You'd heard him. He couldn't tell his vision to everybody. They'd be like, boy, you crazy as all hell. You had a vision about some lions and a fourth beast with iron teeth. All right, go ahead, Al.
So he told.
I was going to say, man, on that 14, when it says that everlasting dominion, that means everlasting dominance, man. Like ever. When you think of it like, man, you can't even picture your mind around it.
Exactly. How long is forever? All right, go ahead. Let's get it.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 16.
Yeah.
I came near unto one of them that stood by and asked him the truth of all this. So he told me and made me know the interpretation of the things.
Yeah.
These great beasts, which are four kings, which shall rise out of the earth.
Now, kings have kingdoms.
Yes.
You understand? So you don't look at it like it's just one person we talking about. We talking about as a king is, so are his subjects. So we talking about kingdoms. All right, a king. You're not a king without a kingdom. Oh, how are you a king? Where's your kingdom? Where are your people at?
Never heard of a queen.
Yeah. You gotta have people. You understand? So he's saying these are four kings or kingdoms that will rise out of the earth. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Come on.
And possess the kingdom. Forever, even forever and ever.
So he's telling you the end of the matter again. End game is we gonna ask for the kingdom. We're gonna negotiate.
No.
Don't forget, you called his battle axe or his weapons of war. Judah gonna bang at Jerusalem. You got all type of scriptures that go into it now. Judah shall be saved first. Attention, Judah shall be saved. There's all type of scriptures that go into it. Right?
Everlasting salvation.
Yeah.
So in the end, at the end game of this is the saints are going to take the kingdom.
and possess it.
and own it. So you so-called owner of Jerusalem, whatever your name is, we coming for all that.
That's right.
We coming for all that. All right, come on, now let's get it.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast.
He's like, I didn't know about that fourth one. That fourth one was the worst one ever. That fourth beast. All right, go ahead.
Which was diverse from all the others, exceeding dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and its nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet.
Yeah.
And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows.
Now we understand, we talking about kings, we talking about kingdoms, right? We all know when you get down into it, you got who they call the son of perdition, you dig? You got, or the antichrist. But again, he ain't gonna be by himself. He got a kingdom he gonna be running too, right? You got somebody that's gonna be set up, you feel me, and gonna be speaking great blasphemous words against the Most High. And again, y'all, he ain't repping himself. He got a kingdom with him, all right? You hear a lot of the conspiracy theorists these days. New World Order this, New World Order. You understand? The government and system is already in place for it. You feel me? Some of them claiming Jared Kushner. We shall see. They talking about him next week, supposed to be announcing something. On the 21st of March or something. Jared Kushner is supposed to be announcing himself to be somebody next week. We shall see. You feel me? We shall see if old Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of Donald Trump, we shall see if he gonna step up and say with his mouth who he claimed to be. We'll see. We'll see. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 21. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them.
That horn, right? And prevailed. So war is coming for the saints of the Most High God. Period in the story. There ain't no ducking it. I was saying earlier, we need to be prepping as if we going to war, because that's what it's gonna be. Like, and when you find out, most of us ain't do. We cool, just go read the Bible on the Sabbath. You dig? You ain't about no war, like, cause there's no type of preparations for nothing.
They can't make a turn.
Yeah, like, real talk. I'm not plant nothing, bound up wounds, nothing.
But what if they say, you know, our enemy? What's that scripture says about we're not up against flesh and blood?
Yeah, you're not.
Principalities and stuff and how what if they come with that?
Yeah, but you wasn't against that when we was banging the ancient Jerusalem, and Most High had heavenly help come through then. Judas Maccabee, they had angels in the clouds banging, and it was certain angels that had to take him and guard him and get at the heathen and all that. It's been spiritual war. Spiritual war turns physical though. Yeah. That's what they don't want to deal with that. You think you can be able just to play with your thumbs? It's all spiritual and ignore it. That ain't what this talking about, man. It's been spiritual. These heathens been had devils on. You understand? That's why it's important for us to, again, tap back into our power. That's what time it is. That's right. Let me finish. I'll come to you. Come on, now let's get it.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High.
So this judgment is given to the saints of the Most High. Judgment. This world. That's what the scripture's going to, right? All right, come on now.
And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom.
Yeah.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth.
Now, true about this. He's already in Babylon, right? Who rose up out of Babylon?
The Medes and Persians.
Yeah, the Medo-Persian Empire. That would be the second beast. Third, who rose up? Who defeated them?
The Greeks.
The Greeks. So we get your movies 300 and all that from, right? And then the Romans took over after that. Rome would be that fourth beast. It's Rome. Rome executed Messiah.
That's right.
Rome cut the head off Paul, hung Peter upside down, exiled John to the Isle of Patmos, and did many horrible and horrific things to the saints of the Most High.
Circle Jerusalem.
Yeah. Destroyed Jerusalem, had us eating our belts
and our
children. You dig? That's that fourth beast right there. You dig? And at the end of that kingdom, because that beast gonna be, his deadly wound gonna be healed as well. Because he gonna fall. He gonna go through a time where he gotta be brought back up. And you're gonna see you living in that time right now. Fourth beast is Rome. The Roman Empire. Just watch a documentary on the Roman Empire. You'll see how powerful they were. Watch Spartacus. You'll see. You feel me? Watch the Roman Empire on Netflix. You'll see the whole thing with Julius Caesar and how he was taken over. Now he was stabbed up on the Ides of March. You feel me? On the floor of the Senate. You'll see all of it. You dig? Then we even got this right again, y'all, the 12 Caesars. Right? And once we get into the second Ezra, this fourth beast that Daniel was asking about, Ezra had the same vision, but his vision he saw was an eagle. And the angel was going to tell Ezra, it's the same beast Daniel asked about. It's that fourth beast. Now it's crazy because America has an eagle, London has an eagle, and Rome has an eagle. This is all symbolism. Germany, the eagle was landed, though you exalt your nest amongst the stars. Like, come on now. That's what's coming. You've been living in Rome when you're done talking. Right? Rome, Egypt, all of it bottled into one. That fourth beast is what you still dealing with. It's who you still dealing with. And they still persecuting the saints of the Almighty. All right. And believe it or not, the Vatican them hold the deed to Jerusalem. You got the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds got dibs in on that too. Look, y'all done divided the Most High's land. What you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? Judgment is coming.
What the Pope doing for the military?
Right.
He's the one that's different than all the rest.
He's a city. The Vatican is a city state.
That's
Feel me? Just like London and just like Washington D.C. City states, man. All right, come on now.
Daniel 7, verse 23.
Yeah.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Man, them heathens were inventing ways to torture. You talking about the Romans, boy? Yeah, they crucifixion. That's still like the worst form of torture. And you die suffocating on your own blood.
Yeah.
You understand? Even like trip off the passion of Christ. We all know that the color and all that's thrown off the ethnicity of who the Messiah is. But watch them tortured instruments them Romans had for the Messiah, boy. Huh? And all I kept hearing in my head was teeth of iron. Teeth of iron. They got stuff while ripping flesh. Boy, smack you across the back with that deal. When they pull back, flesh coming off.
And not only that, you know what I'm saying? Imagine.
Go ahead.
Imagine, you know what I mean, all that butt naked. He didn't have, you know what I'm saying, a what you call on around him. You know what I mean? If they go do that, if they go to that extreme, they go put some drawers on you.
Yeah. He had a loincloth. He had a loincloth on, boy.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, oh, now, you know, we gonna cover your nakedness. No, you know what I'm saying? He was butt naked.
Like a lot of our people don't even really fathom the trip off of. If you do the math and the research, since we got kicked out of our home, you feel me? Since we got kicked out of our home, we only had, let's say, 50 to 60 years since we got kicked out of our land in 70 AD. You feel me? Since then to now, we only had about 60 years of us living the way we are now. We were hunted, killed. We're not going to talk about when they got their hands on us as a nation and brought us into this captivity of Deuteronomy 28. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about people being lynched, killed. You know what I'm saying? Our people been, you know what I'm saying? It only been about 60 years where we feel like we are comfortable and we are free now. Our people were hunted. It was rough for our people since we got kicked up out of our land all the way up to say maybe the 1970s. You know what I'm saying? It's about the 1970s, bro. We were being done dirty. I'm just saying. It ain't been real. It ain't been peaceful. You know what I'm saying? We this young generation of us, we the only one sitting back peaceful. Like we good, free, but shit, if you go back in our history, since we got kicked up our land, shit, ask some of our ancestors. You got peace? Shit.
Ain't no such thing, huh? All right, come on, Doc, let's get it.
No, I was gonna say you was talking about them tactics they was using, man. Make me think about, I think they call it the Trojan horse.
Yeah.
When they
Troy.
Yeah, they'll
Troy.
put people in this horse thing
Yeah.
and then burn
Burn
the
it.
belly.
Yeah.
And then you in this iron thing and
Yeah.
then they just burning the belly.
Yeah.
Just frying it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was horrible too.
Yeah.
They hunt our steps, right? Can one of y'all grab me one? Lamentations 4, 17 and 18. Lamentations 4, 17 and 18. It is what it is, man. We're gonna get into this second Ezra, and y'all gonna see the same thing. And the whole thing he was crying over, he was like, man, what's up with Zion, man? What's up with your people? What's up with your people? What's up with your city? It did. And the end game, and then it came down to, okay, now this eagle start rising up. Most High start showing the whole vision, from there all the way down to the end. He tell us get ready for battle. You understand? Be as a pilgrim in the earth. Just what it is. So we're gonna hit certain aspects of that.
Lamentations 4.
Yeah, 17 and 18. Lamentations 4, 17 and 18.
Lamentations 4 and 17.
Yeah.
As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help.
What kind of help?
Vain help.
Worthless help.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
You see?
Right.
That's just the fact, the sobering matter of where you at, man. When you done talking. Real me, we don't watch for a nation that could not save us. And it said the help was vain. I tell you in Psalms 122nd chapter that our help is from the Most High, the creator of heaven and earth. That's where our help is from. You feel me? Now you running around here trying to get justice and peace from people that wasn't set up to do you that way, or to give you none of that. That's the truth, right? And the quicker we understand it, the quicker we'll be loving our God and loving his people more. Getting ourselves together, having these type dialogues that we need to have. Feel me? And being proactive behind it. Like not just talking.
I just react.
You feel me? Yeah.
A lot of our people, man, that's something, you know what I mean? And I don't mean to cut you off, but
Y'all go ahead, bro.
while we talking to the world, man, that is a problem in our nation. We are too reactive and we are not proactive at all. We don't plan for or prepare for anything. We want to wing everything. We want to do everything on the fly. You know what I mean? But we the first people to get in our emotions and have some sort of opinion on something. We are very reactive people. We are not proactive at all, man. We really need to pray for each other on that.
Yeah, be examples out there.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near.
Yeah.
Our days are fulfilled.
Our end is near and our days are fulfilled. You see that? So again, it's vain help. It's vain help. Us tripping off the help of man. You understand? Waiting for a nation that cannot save us is all vain. It's all vain. Most High gave us the blueprint. It's just time for us to put it in action, man. That's just what it is. All right. So that was it for that.
Hold on, let me finish that.
All right, go ahead.
For our end is come.
Who is come?
For our end is come.
Man, it's just what it is. It's what it is. Can you imagine living in Jerusalem during the fall of it? Can't even imagine. During the fall of that deal, boy, you probably thought it was the end of the world. That's like with Lot and his daughter. They thought it was the end of the world. Like, what? You feel me? Let's finish off this Daniel, then we're going to get into some of this second Ezra. Second Ezra, the 11th chapter.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 24. Yeah. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
Yeah, so we're basically it's going into the Roman Empire and then all the kingdoms it had up under it. You know what today roughly is the European Union. Right? When you start seeing all these extra keywords like G820s, G20 summits, G8 summits, and all they talking about is the European Economic Common Market nations, man. All them all that fancy wording is all word for the 10 horns that's on the beast. When you done talking, you feel me? It's like 10 major nations that was up under Rome, though. You feel me? A lot of them still remain today. All right, a lot of them still remain. There was a few of them that rebelled, though. In ancient Rome, Ostrogoths, Vandals, and I forgot the other Gothic culture, whatever. But then even when you're dealing with America done fought 3 main wars to establish itself. If we look at that horn, that little horn that took down 3, America fought a Revolutionary War, which was them against Great Britain. There's a Spanish-American War, and there's a French-American War, right? Those are 3 horns or 3 dominions that was up under Rome when you done talking. You feel me? For America to gain its independence, it done fought 3 major kingdoms that was up under the rulership of Rome. You dig? So it's several ways you can look at that. You understand? And being that we in this last hour, it make all the sense in the world. Like, I just don't like it when brothers try to like weave America out of the equation as if America ain't got nothing to do with Babylon the Great. Man. You be like, "What? You crazy, man? Like, who else went that hard at, you know what I'm saying, destroying the Most High's people?" All right, you going up? Y'all brothers be safe out here, man. Shabbat, y'all get in and rest up, man. Right? Like, I don't even know how you even fix your mouth to act as if America is like innocent or something. Or, you know, even the brothers that be like, Babylon is Saudi Arabia. You be like, bro, like, how are you ducking America? Like, that's almost like you excusing all the crimes that America has done. And they did some horrific crimes, man. You dig? So again, how we look at it, just off our studies, is that the little horn that took down 3 horns, what was a part of that Roman beast, you have to bring the United States of America into it. It fought 3 major wars to gain its independence. The Revolutionary War, which was them against their mother, Great Britain. Great Britain is a horn that's up under Rome. When you done talking, the Spanish-American War and the French-American War, right? All 3 of those, Great Britain, France, and Spain, are horns that are part of that beast, that 4th beast, because that 4th beast is Rome. All right, let's finish it off, bro. Let's get it.
Verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
I got them great words again, blasphemous words. You feel me? And she'll wear out the saints of the Most High. And that's what's been happening. What's been happening since you've been here? Has it been a good old vacation for you?
Oh, nah, man.
Huh? Nah. This is, boy, America ain't served you nothing but death, boy. You've been getting wore out. Man, a lot of us want to wait, like it's something like we gotta wait to see you. What you call a woman getting a fetus ripped out her belly? What you call stealing 6-month-old boys and girls and using them to catch alligators? What you call breaking the buck? Huh? What you call that? Where they take the strongest man, and I'm talking about destroy him in front of his pregnant wife and children, man. And then the slave master go up his rear end, right in front of him, right after he been pulled apart by beast and I'm talking about totally destroyed, man. You dig? You as the saints of the Most High been getting woe out. You ain't got nothing to wait on. What you mean? This been happening to you. Come on, Hawk, let's get it.
And think to change times and laws.
Has that not happened? When you dealing with a calendar system, you understand? Unless you had knowledge of the heavens, like how we do with our feast days. When you dealing with new moons and you know what I'm saying, full moons. When you dealing with 1st month, 2nd month, 3rd month, day 1, day 2. If you didn't have that knowledge right there, boy, you'd be totally thrown off. Right? You hear brothers saying Happy New Year around April. You be like, boy, these brothers 4 months late.
Right.
Because you still thinking January. Yeah. So to thinking to change times and laws, again, look, he can never change time. He can only tamper with your perception of it. He's not the author of time, so he can't add days and years and all that. But he can tamper with your perception of it. And that's why to this day you call on either Roman Caesars or Roman gods when you say the months of the year or the days of the week. You are. All right, so this is already happening. You live in this, right? Go ahead, Doc.
And they shall be given into his hands until a time and times and dividing of time.
And that's why, because when you get deeper into this, you start seeing that's the same time the 2 witnesses, 1,260 days, 3.5 years. A time is 1, times is 2, and the dividing of a time will be like 3.5 years, right? You start seeing time, Israel being the wheel. You start seeing all these different events linking up to this times, and a dividing of time. And it's basically going to a certain dispensation of time that we're going to be getting handled by this heathen. You dig? And I mean, how could you say How could you say it ain't, some of this ain't happening now, or you in something like that now? And you look, there just was a hanging here in St. Louis last year.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, you know, again, we can go into 3.5 years, people say, or wait for certain events. Man, like, look, Jacob's trouble been happening. You've been at war since you ran from Jerusalem. You've been at war. It's been this. It ain't like, when has it been peaceful for you? When? All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven.
And the kingdom and dominion, y'all that mean rulership. Huh? Give it, look, under the whole heaven. Yeah? Gonna be given to who?
Shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Do y'all hear that?
Hallelujah.
When you hear brother saying we got next, that's the fact. That's the truth.
Facts.
We do. And our king gonna reign supreme, right? And if you found worthy, judgment gonna be given to you, and you're gonna be ruling this earth. You're gonna have certain, so you know what I'm saying, certain authority, levels of authority, and all that. That's coming, right? That's the end of the matter. We do got next. It say under the whole heaven, the dominion, the kingdom, under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. And that's why it's been a big cover up for you to understand who you are. Because now you understand you're part of an administrative body, a kingdom body, right? Yahushua Messiah is the head. Christ is the head. We his body, right? And we got to be focused and moving, firing on all cylinders, man.
Today.
Right? Now, like, what is you waiting on?
Right.
He said that kingdom don't come by observation.
Yeah, you can't wait. You can't like wait and be like, oh, when I get to the kingdom or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
No.
In that day.
No.
I'm gonna wait in that day to, like, bro,
No.
he tell you it don't come by observation.
No.
You ain't gonna come with you just, woo, you know, give me some popcorn and just wait. Nah, he say, look, I'm sending a fire, you kindle. What does it mean to kindle a fire? It means to start a fire, man. You understand? He said the kingdom's within. So we supposed to be operating, you understand, as if we're in the kingdom. You understand? That's how we supposed to be operating, dealing, praising our God, loving his people and all that, dealing with our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Our spouses, all of it, man. Like all of it. We supposed to be righteous dealing across the board.
Faith without works is dead.
That's exactly. Excellent point. Your belief without you putting the work in, you feel me, is dead faith. It don't mean nothing. You just talking, right? But you ain't proactive. You ain't doing nothing. You understand?
That says, you know what that says? I just don't want me to cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
That says, if you go to James, you show me your work, you show me your faith without your works, I'm going to show you my faith by my works.
Hallelujah.
You really don't believe.
That's
why the scriptures say if you don't take care of your child and shit, you have denied the faith.
If you don't provide for your own, right?
You know what I'm saying? If faith without works is dead. You don't really believe. You didn't really have faith.
Yeah, because if you believe, you be out here proactive doing something, man. Look, it's so much to do. Like, it's like you saying, like, this nation it don't need any type of remedy in that. You dig? Say, look, the mystery of God is the kingdom within you. Spirit of Yahushua Christ in you. So you got all this truth and all this power lying dormant within you, and you just like this, playing with your thumbs. You a fair weather Hebrew. You dig? You sometimey. You ain't really about this. It's just when you feel like it, right? Salute to the brothers that get up and do it when they sick and still got to get up and do this word and push this work and do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say something right quick, bro.
Go ahead.
You don't mind. And you know what? Hey, I can understand the chain. When folks say the chain of command, you have lazy links in the chain. You have lazy men in the chain. Same way like you got lazy women in the chain. Trip off of the analogy of this. So you got the woman that want to sit back at the house. You go out there and work and do all the things and take care of everything. Not just sit back on my tail and reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that how the society is now? Now let's take the other link up in the chain, the man. So you ain't gonna do nothing. Your head, Yahweh Shai is supposed to take care of everything here. All this work to be done, Yahweh Shai is supposed to take care of everything, and you just supposed to sit back. I got the faith, I got the truth, I know what it is. I'm gonna sit back and chill. Our head is supposed to take care of all this work that needs to be done in Zion. Our head supposed to do it. Same way like for the woman. Broken links in the chain, man. Broken links in the chain.
And what he tell you, man, get it done. Like if it was for us to be lazy, he would have never gave us commandments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about he resurrected, he's still giving commandments. Like, hey, make sure y'all do this. then he upbraided them for they disbelief. I mean, he checked them once he resurrected. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I told y'all the whole time what was finna go down. You did? Like, straight up, man. He resurrected giving commands out. Asking Peter, you love me? Asked him 3 times because he denied him 3 times. So that shows you there is work to do, man. There's plenty of work to do, man. You got a whole earth. You don't just got your little town or city, y'all. Right. You got a whole earth to teach this word on, man. You got a whole earth to teach this word on, man. So it is what it is. Right. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 27.
Yeah.
And the kingdom and dominion,
come on,
and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. Notice it's going to be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. It did. And notice the dominion was given to his son in the earlier chapter. And guess what? His son giving that power to his faith. It's what it is. You got something, Brock? I know you. Oh, I thought you were saying. Okay. All right, go ahead.
And all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Flat out, get down and lay down.
That's right.
You see, it ain't about to be no playing around, no fuzzy navel, none of it. It's gonna be a righteous dictatorship, man.
Those that will not have me serve over them, bring them hither and
slay them before me. Luke 19:27.
Right.
Matter of fact, one of y'all should pull that. All right, come on.
Here though is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my
cogitations
much troubled me.
Yeah.
And my countenance changed in me. But I kept the matter in my heart.
These were powerful visions, powerful dreams. But the Most High is giving him instruction on the rise and fall of the coming kingdoms, right? So let's link this up with 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter. 2nd Ezra, chapter 11, and then chapter 12. And then we'll go back to chapter 10 and show you the end of it with us, with Zion being glorified. All right, so we're going to 2nd Ezra and the Apocrypha next. 2nd Ezra, chapter 11. And remember, this is about that 4th beast. You up under the 4th beast, newsflash. While you playing around and thinking you got forever, you don't. You up under that 4th beast that we about to see. 2nd Ezra, 2nd Ezra, chapter 11. 2nd Ezra, chapter 11. All right. Start at verse 1. You did remember Daniel asked him about that 4th beast. Them 10 horns. Like, what's going on? You feel me? And what's the end? But he told him the end of it too. Said the saints are going to take the kingdom and possess it. And the greatness and the dominion of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to everybody, to the people of the saints of the Most High. You dig? So when you hear the brother saying we got next, that's facts. That's the truth. Because we are the people of the book. But y'all don't know what he reading. That's not a comic book. It's in the 1611 King James Bible, the Apocrypha. Let me flip to the beginning of it in here. So any newcomers be like, what is that he's reading? He's reading the communist book. They're into communism.
I knew it.
Y'all see that? Apocrypha. All right. That again, when the Bible was published in 1611, you dig? Translated from Hebrew into English in 1611 by scholars, not even by King James, by scholars. You dig? The Apocrypha was part of the King James Bible. So that's what he's reading out of. And beautiful reading, man. Let's get into it. 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter is where we going next.
Verse 1. Then I saw a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle, which had 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. And I saw, and behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of the air blew on her, and were gathered together.
So this again, we looking at this as an empire. We read earlier that these beasts or kings are over kingdoms. All right. So you seen an eagle come up out the sea or whatnot, right? Never read these visions and think literal. You probably be like, okay, well, he in the spirit. What does this represent in the flesh? It represents something. You feel me? And so they ain't talking about a bald eagle actually coming out of a sea. It's talking about something deeper. There's a deeper meaning behind it. And as you keep reading,
what do the sea mean?
It's going to explain itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in Revelation 17. I know brothers want to give it away quick, but
I'm sorry.
As we read, that's what I'm saying. When you read these visions, if you just read through, you're going to explain the whole thing to you. All right. But yeah, the seas of peoples, Revelation 17, you know. It's all good. Some brothers quick on the draw, man. You know, that's what it is. It's all good. All right. Come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Verse 2. And I saw, and behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of air blew on her, and were gathered together. And I beheld, and out of her feathers there grew other contrary feathers, and they became little feathers and small, but her heads were at rest. The head in the midst were greater than the other.
So we got a 3-headed eagle. That's what we got, a 3-headed eagle with 12 wings, and then it has other feathers contrary to it on the body as well. All right, try your best to imagine it. Any of you artists, like if you ever want to know what any, like have put a visual to any of these dreams, start drawing them out to the best of your ability. Draw your eagle out, put 3 heads on that deal. Draw you out, even if you can't draw. You did
try.
You try 12 just so you can get a visual on what's being conveyed to him. So as it's being explained, you can say, "Oh, okay, the feathers mean this, the heads mean this." You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 4 again. But her heads were at rest. The head in the midst were greater than the other. Yet rested it with the residue. Moreover, I beheld, and lo, the eagle flew with her feathers, and rained upon the earth.
And did what?
And rained upon the earth.
So we all should know by now this is a kingdom that has a king over it. So we shouldn't be looking at this vision he having as a physical bald eagle coming up out of an ocean somewhere. You dig? This is about something ruling the earth. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And over them that dwelt therein. And I saw that all things under heaven were subject unto her.
That's how you know, again, if everything is subject, that means they're in submission. You feel me? They're being taxed. They're not ruling. All right? They're in submission to this eagle. They got 12 wings and 3 heads and contrary feathers up underneath it. Right? Come on now.
And no man spake against her. No, not one creature upon earth. And I beheld, and lo, the eagle rose upon her talons and spake to her feathers, saying, watch not all at once, sleep every one in his own place, and watch by course, but let the heads be preserved for the last. And I beheld, and lo, the voice went not out of her heads, but from the midst of her body.
Right, because the heads on this eagle sleep, right? And that voice he just heard was like, look, everybody watching their own course. Y'all can't sleep at the same time. Or in other words, y'all gonna rule in different dispensations of time. It did. So he looked and he like, this voice that just gave the command ain't coming out nobody's mouth because the heads on this 3-headed eagle are asleep. It's coming out the midst of his body. Wow. Come on, Hebrew.
And I numbered her contrary feathers. And behold, there were 8 of them.
8 contrary feathers. 12 wings, 8 contrary feathers, 3 heads. What's up with that? And look, and whatever beast this is, it got rulership. It got rulership. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And I looked, and behold, on the right side there arose 1 feather, and reigned over all the earth. And so it was that when it rained, the end of it came. And the place thereof appeared no more. So the next following stood up and reigned, and had a great time. And it happened that when it rained, the end of it came also, like as the first, so that it appeared no more. Then came there a voice unto it, and said,
Come on.
Hear thou that hast borne rule over the earth so long. This I say unto thee, before thou beginnest to appear no more.
He talked to the second wing or feather, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now knows it. He said something to him right after he's done. You that have ruled so long. Remember that. The second one ruled longer than all of them. Right? And as we get into chapter 12, it's going to explain it more. But go ahead, Al.
Again, verse 16. Hear thou that hast borne rule over the earth. There shall none after thee attain unto thy time, neither unto the half thereof.
You see?
You're not going to even get half of the time.
Yeah. So whoever we want to identify that second wing. You understand? Once we already understand what Daniel, the nation Daniel was seeing was wrong. You already understand that. Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. All right? And we already understand that. Now we seeing Esdras having a vision about a three-headed eagle, right? Coming out of the sea, 12 wings, 8 contrary feathers. And then you start to see them rule. The second one ruled the longest. Then he say, nobody gonna attain to your time, nor even half of it. Nor even half of it. We gonna see. And then once you understand that, you'll thank God Almighty, Yahweh. Feel me? Because you're dealing with a living power that dictate this whole thing. He called the whole thing from the rise and fall of the nations to the circuits that the sun and the moon are on, everything, to the very breath in them nostrils right now.
That's right.
And that stinking mouth in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, you dealing with the most high power, man. When you realize that okay, well, dang, this is a vision he gave to one of his slaves. You dig? An Israelite slave in ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon was around close to 3,000 years ago. Ezra had this vision. And for you to be living this now, guess what? I mean, if you don't catch chills, eventually you will. You dig? When this sunk into me, I caught chills like, whoa. Because what other God get down like that? What other power gonna tell you, look, this is how the nation's gonna rule on this earth. I'm gonna show you the rise and fall of it.
We'll wait.
You should get goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Doc, let's get it.
2nd Esdras, chapter 11, verse 18. Then arose the third, and reigned as the others before, and appeared no more also. So went it with all the residue one after another, as that every one reigned, and then appeared no more. Then I beheld, and lo, in process of time, the feathers that followed stood up upon the right side, that they might rule also. And some of them ruled, but within a while they appeared no more. For some of them were set up, but ruled not. After this I looked, and behold, the 12 feathers appeared no more, nor the 2 little feathers. And there was no more upon the eagle's body, but 3 heads that rested, and 6 little wings.
That's all we down to?
Yeah, that's all we down to.
Because people are ruling. They stepping up, they ruling, they
falling
dropping
off.
They stepping up, ruling. Like this eagle's body is getting stripped. Bald eagle for real, brother. He getting stripped down. Make him naked. Right? There's a scripture in Isaiah that talk about Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Strip her naked. Strip her naked. You did. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
Then saw I also that 2 little feathers divided themselves from the 6, and remained under the head that was upon the right side. For the 4 continued in their place. And I beheld, and lo, the feathers that were under the wing thought to set up themselves, and to have the rule. And I beheld, and lo, there was one set up, but shortly appeared no more. And the second was sooner away than the first. And I beheld, and lo, the 2 that remained thought also in themselves to reign. And when they so thought, behold, there awakened one of the heads that were at rest, namely it was in the midst.
Now, so the head that was in the middle is a three-headed beast, right? All right, so it's a few of these feathers left. The head in the middle wake up.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Where it rests, namely, it that was in the midst, for that was greater than the two other heads. And then I saw that the two other heads were joined with it. And behold, the head was turned with them that were with it, and did eat up the two feathers under the wing that would have reigned.
Destroying itself. Come on. Come on, bro.
But this head put the whole earth in fear. And bear rule in it over all those that dwelt upon the earth, with much oppression. And it had the governance of the world more than all the wings that had been. And after this I beheld, and lo, the head that was in the midst suddenly appeared no more, like as the wings, but there remained the two heads, which also in like sort ruled upon the earth, and over those that dwelt therein. And I beheld, and lo, the head upon the right side devoured it, that was upon the left side. Then I heard a voice, which said unto me, look before thee, and consider the things that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood. And I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle and said,
now we know the eagle represents a government or empire, right? Now we're dealing with a lion. That's about to rebuke this empire. This eagle, right? That's getting stripped down. Bang, bang, bang. Lion out of the wood, right? Okay, let's read it. Who is this?
Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts?
Are you not it that remaineth of the four beasts? What four beasts?
The four beasts that was
Daniel,
7.
That Daniel boy.
All right,
It all links up.
Now it's linking up because Daniel was shown something, but only taken so far.
Bomb, boy. Bomb.
That's taken so far. So now you know that the lion, that's rebuking this empire. He come out the wood like, hey, ain't you the one? Ain't that you all that's left of this fourth beast? Or these fourth beasts? Who else had a dream about four beasts? You got to go back to Daniel. Right? And as we keep reading, it's going to be even more clear. Yeah, he talking about Daniel.
Hey, can I say that's how you know that the Apocrypha is a part of the Bible?
That's right. That's right. Of course. That's right.
Like these prophets out here, like they trying to cover up the facts.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with the Apocrypha. They call them funny books. You like, yeah, I don't know what you.
Yeah, you funny.
Yeah, you funny looking. Funny looking.
Hey man, Trump right now.
Yeah.
This the kingdom of Paulie strong, Paulie broke.
Man. Let's get it.
2nd Esdras, chapter 11, verse 39. Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world?
Hold on, so who is this lion right here, brother? Who I made to rule in my world? What's one of the? Come on, let's cut to the chase right now. What's one of the titles that the Messiah holds? The Lion of Judah, man. When you done talking, who I created in my world.
That's right.
Oh, let us make man in our image. Like Genesis 1, the Most High was giving orders, but it was, the Messiah there too. Angelic forces as well, taking orders. So he letting it be known, ain't you all that remain of the fourth beast or the four beasts who I made to rule in my world? Who is this for you non-messianics? But guess what? Y'all don't even deal with the Apocrypha either, or y'all deal with parts of it. Because you can't even read 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, without reading about the Christ. Most High said, my son, right? He named him because he called him Christ, Jesus. It is what it is, man. All right. So now we understand who this lion is that's rebuking the hell out of this fourth beast that Daniel saw. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
That the end of their times might come through them. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
We read that in Daniel because he was diverse from all the ones before you. They had iron teeth and 10 heads, and you understand? 7 heads and 10 horns, right? Okay, so you all that's left of these fourth beasts. All right, go ahead, Op.
And have power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
He letting that fourth beast know. All right, you ain't, look, when you had the rulership, you wasn't judging righteously. You done devoured the whole earth. You done did this thing through deception. Huh? Rape, robbery, murder. So while y'all loving America, believing they got good Judeo-Christian ethics, this heathen ain't getting power by slow rolling this. They feed that garbage to you. Slow roll it. You don't get power by slow rolling. You believe that. Them heathens got bloody, then they put a suit on. Fuck you mean? You ain't just, you don't stack my little crumbs every day. Eventually I might have $1.
They been big, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
Been big.
Yeah, yeah, they bet big around here. Yeah, they don't slow roll it. They sold that garbage to you and you bought it.
Y'all ate it up.
Yeah, ate it up. You were thinking you finna get somewhere slow rolling. And you ain't even united slow rolling. You're by yourself. Trying to slow roll your way out of captivity. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. That's not how this heathen get down, man. Power must be met with power.
That's right.
Period, man.
That's right.
All right, come on, Hebrew.
2nd Esdras, chapter 11, verse 42.
Yeah.
For thou hast afflicted the meek.
You see? Come on.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars.
See, you don't get this powerful by, again, being just a good old neighbor like Mr. Rogers. Y'all got to get that out y'all mind. You'll never understand the world in its proper lens thinking that. You feel me? There's a reason why they put Leave It to Beaver on TV back in the day. You thinking everybody is like, every heathen is like this. You see, man, we talking about robbery. We talking about deception. We talking about murder. We talking about a total destroying of a people. That even when we was in captivity before, at least we still knew who we was and lived amongst each other and judged matters amongst each other. You don't even do that now at all. We are totally destroyed. All right, come on now.
Well, golly, Mally. I believe that
I know.
Yeah, okay.
I know. I ain't ready to fight though.
Verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek. Thou hast hurt the peaceable. Thou hast loved liars.
Yeah.
And destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit. And hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
Look at you. And that's how this heathen get down, man. That's how Rome got down. Rome is their mama. You dig? Rome, they daddy, Great Britain, they mama, if you want to call it that. That's how they get down, you feel me? The people that didn't even do you no harm. So how is this righteous? And look, this is the Lion of Judah talking to this Babylonian eagle that's on his last talent. And little claw, little talon, little claw on his last talent. Like, ain't you all that remain of this? Go ahead, Doc. You got something to say, bro? All right, come on, bro.
Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest.
That's right.
And thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also have looked upon the proud times. And behold, and they are ended.
Come on.
And his abomination are fulfilled. Verse 45. And therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings.
You see, the saints gonna take the kingdom. Judgment gonna sit. The kingdom of the Most High will rule on this earth. And it will be given to the people, the saints of the Most High. And you seen what the lion is telling this eagle? Rule no more. It's over for thou. Come on, Doc.
Nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body,
Wow.
that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
So the earth, in order for the earth to be refreshed, right? This fourth beast must be destroyed.
That's right.
Entirely, the body and everything. Y'all see that? Y'all getting some understanding? Throw a 7 up in the chat. Hallelujah. Have been the 3 ruling nations since the fall of Rome. That's right, Doc. That's right. Bring it up. Bring it out. We're gonna go on the 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter next, and then we're gonna bring out some historical, we do a little study. All y'all read is the Bible. Y'all don't read nothing else. You be hearing all that. You be like, y'all don't even know. We only believe in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, we read a whole bunch of stuff. What you mean?
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't believe everything in her. You understand? But if it can vouch, you know what I'm saying, for what we bringing out of the scripture, then we'll use it as a resource. And that's to help y'all. You understand? Some of us already sold our way in on this thing, man. I don't even need all the extra. But a lot of our people do. All right, hallelujah. Hallelujah. 7's all through the chat. I ain't shouting none of y'all out today either.
Yeah.
I'm going off. I'm going off.
It ain't my fault, y'all.
Yeah, I'm going off.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna try to shout some of y'all out after we pray out, man. All right, after we pray out, we're gonna try to shout some of y'all out.
Nobody.
Mina J, look at Mina. You going off, Mally? Yeah, I know. All right, so look, let's get it done. We in 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter. Are you all that remain of the 4 beasts who I made to rule in my word? And the end is what? Appear no more. You, your body, none of it, that the earth may be refreshed. Y'all see that? The earth, in order for the earth to be refreshed, guess what? This beast gotta go.
It gotta go, man.
You holding on to something that, again, and it's crazy because this beast ain't never gave you nothing beneficial. Like what? What are you talking about? Food stamps? How is that beneficial to you? Us as a nation, we depending on somebody else to feed us. Totally destroyed. Believe it or not. You had something you want to say?
No.
I thought somebody else had something. Y'all good? All right, 2nd Ezra 12. 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter.
Verse 1.
Yeah.
And it came to pass, while the lion spake these words unto the eagle, I saw, and behold, the head that remained, and the 4 wings appeared no more. And the 2 went in, and the 2 went unto it, and set themselves up to reign. And their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And I saw, and behold, there appeared no more. And the whole body of the eagle was burnt.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Look, y'all pull y'all dollar bills out and look on the back of that dollar bill, man. Pull that deal out, look on the back of it, boy, and find comfort in these scriptures.
Right.
Right? And look, this ain't the only spot using the eagle. You feel me? Great Britain, eagle. Rome, eagle. Same symbolisms and all that, man. You dig? This place going down. Right? All seen out of the pyramid, that's right. Right? All of it combined. We dealing with it being from the Roman vibration right now. You dig? But yeah, the scripture say back into Egypt by ships. Yeah, you got pyramids on the back of your dollars as well. But this is the worst captivity ever. Make no mistake about it. And that's right. This eagle is burnt, not burnt, brother. Man, I know what you're saying. Going up in smoke. Yeah. Now it's crazy because Babylon in Revelation 18 is going up in smoke. And the people that's outside of it going to see her smoke ascending. Gonna go past her and hiss at her. Woo! Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
This right here is gonna say it right there. Verse 3. And I saw, and behold, they appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt, so that the earth was in great fear. Then awakened I out of a trouble and trance of my mind.
See, so again, this is how the Most High deal with his prophets, right? Let me say he dealt with Moses mouth to mouth, but the prophets, I'm gonna reveal it through a vision. Right, so these brothers having these visions and waking up like, man, what was that? Right? Troubled. You feel me? And when you have dreams, y'all always ask the Most High, give me the understanding on that. Give me the interpretation. Don't just call a brother who you think well diverse in the scripture, whatever. You need to be asking the Most High first. Right? Negro mess around and give you some type of nothing. You did? I'm talking about give you no type of breakdown and understanding. Holler at the Most High. Holler at the Most High. You feel me? Give me understanding on that dream I just had. What was that? Right? Because that's what all these brothers had to do. They had to get understanding. They had to cry to the Most High for it. Right? And one time in the book of Daniel, the 10th chapter, it took an angel 3 weeks, 21 days to get this message back to Daniel because he was fighting in the spiritual realm with other principalities that were trying to stop him from bringing the vision down. This truly is a spiritual war. You feel me? You got angels fighting other angels is bringing you your confirmation from your house. That's why I say you got to have patience. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get this out. Big truck in the house, Ron Tuvia. How you feeling, Op? Pray the Most High bless you, Hebrew. Send up them prayers for you, Op. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Then awakened I out of the trouble and trance of my mind and from great fear and said unto my spirit, Lo, this hast thou done unto me, in that thou searchest out the ways of the heights. Lo, yet am I weary in my mind and very weak in my spirit, and little strength is there in me for the great fear wherewith I was affrighted this night. Therefore will I now beseech the highest that he will comfort me unto the end.
You see that? So he like, look, that vision I had wasn't no joke. Daddy, baby, Juju. My baby girl on there, Katori Israel. Hey, baby.
Shalom.
Shalom, baby.
Shalom.
Yeah, I'm doing some business. I'll catch you later. All right, come on. Let's get it, Hebrew.
And I said, Lord, excuse me. And I said, Lord, that bearest rule, if I have found grace before thy sight, and if I am justified with thee before many others, and if my prayers indeed be come up before thy face, comfort me then, and show me thy servant the interpretation and plain difference of this fearful vision, that thou mayest perfectly comfort my soul.
Give me understanding on what I just saw. That blew my mind. I need to understand. Whenever you have a dream that you need some understanding, you need to do what that brother just did right there. Ask the Most High, please give me that. Please give me the understanding on that. What does that mean? What are you trying to tell me? All right, go ahead, Doc.
For thou hast judged me worthy to show me the last time.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of thy vision.
All right, so now we about to get the true breakdown of the 12-winged eagle with 3 heads and 8 contrary feathers. We already know it's all that remained of the 4th beast, right? All of the 4 beasts that he made to rule in this world, right? So let's get down into it. We in 2nd Ezra, the 12th chapter,
verse 11.
Verse 11. Come on, Hebrew.
The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel.
There you go. Y'all see that? There you go. That's second witness back to the earth, to the earth. Hey, 2nd Ezra.
Straight up and down.
Yeah. And y'all second witness there right next to it, 2nd Ezra 11 and 39. Same thing he said, or not thou that it remainest of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world. The end of their times might come through them. Jump down to verse 11 in chapter 12. The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of your brother Daniel. Daniel the prophet. Y'all see that? So we talking about the 4th beast, which is Rome. Okay? And Daniel saw this, but he saw it as a beast with 10 horns.
Daniel 7.
Yeah, Daniel the 7th chapter. Daniel the 7th chapter. He saw the same empire, but under a different beast. He let it be known, even though you seeing an eagle, it's the same beast Daniel saw. It's the same beast Daniel saw.
That's the Bible shooting straight.
Yeah.
The Bible shooting straight.
Yeah, ain't nobody tell you well that eagle really Nova Scotia, brother. You know, because for the past 30 years, they've been having bald eagles in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
See, somebody can do that if you don't keep reading.
Yeah.
All right, keep reading that scripture because it's going to break it down for you. All right, come on, Doc, let's get it.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
But it was not expounded unto him.
It was not what?
Expounded unto him.
Yeah. So as deep as he about to go into this fourth beast with Ezra, he ain't go deep into it with Daniel. He just showed it to him. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Therefore now I declare it unto thee. Behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it.
Flat. Rome was feared more than Greece, Persia, and Babylon. Facts. Facts. All right, go ahead, Doc.
And the same shall 12 kings reign.
And the whole, and the what?
And the same shall 12 kings reign.
This right here is called 12 Caesars. Wow. We don't make this stuff up, man.
Wow.
12 Caesars by Gaius Saturnus Tranquillus.
The cracker.
A straight Roman.
The cracker.
You know what I'm saying? As private secretary to the Emperor Hadrian, the scholar Suetonius had access to the imperial archives and used them along with eyewitnesses' accounts to produce one of the most colorful biographical works in history, the 12 Caesars. Y'all see that?
Let me read that. Let me read that verse 14 over again.
All right, come on.
In the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another.
One after another. Now I'm about to read off the 12 kings for you. Now again, y'all can get all this on Amazon yourself. It probably don't even cost that much. It might now because they know brothers is waking up. You know what I'm saying? But try it. All right, 12. Caesar number 1, Julius Caesar. Caesar number 2, Augustus Caesar. Caesar number 3, Tiberius Caesar. Caesar number 4, Caligula Caesar. Crazy bastard right there. Caesar number 5, Claudius Caesar. Caesar number 6, Nero Caesar. Even crazier. Caesar number 7, Galba Caesar. Caesar number 8, Otho. Caesar number 9, Vitalis. Caesar 10, Vespasian. We should know about Vespasian. He was around when the fall of Jerusalem, him and Titus. Caesar number 11, Titus. And Caesar number 12, Domitian. 12 Caesars. That's his book name. 12 Caesars. And that's all 12 of them right there. Probably can't see it that good, brother. Right there on down. 12 Caesars. You see? So now we know that that fourth beast that Daniel saw is in fact Rome. All right? Now, if a brother can give me Revelation 13, hold your spot. I mean, Revelation 13, read me 1 through 3.
Revelation chapter 13.
Yep.
Verses 1.
That's right. That's Ron Tuvia, the Medo-Persian Empire, which is backed by Russia, China, all of them gonna go to war, you dig, and in Babylon. That's according to Isaiah the 13th chapter, Jeremiah the 50th chapter, Jeremiah the 51st chapter. Yes. Yes. Right now. Matter of fact, Putin just put out there on the wire all his sites in America that he can hit if a nuclear holocaust kicked off. They already got this deal locked and loaded, surrounded and everything. All right. All right, what? Revelation 13.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 1.
Yeah.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
That was in Daniel the 7th chapter. All right, that beast with them 10 horns. All right, go ahead.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. Verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wounds were healed.
You see that? And his deadly wound was healed, meaning he went through a time where he fell, and then he came back on the scene.
Revelation.
That's Revelation 13. I want to show that his deadly wound was healed. All right. Now, when did Rome go down? He reading Revelation 13. Revelation 13. When did Rome go down? Rome was thrown into what they call historically the Dark Ages. You feel me? And yes, dark-skinned men ruled Europe. We got plenty of. I got some. Pat me one. Pat me some of that.
Nicer round tables, black.
Yeah, let me show me some of it. Nature knows no color line. Pat me a few of them over there, man. It's cool what we talking about here, man. So people think we be lying. Y'all niggas don't read nothing. That's a sister on the front right here. That's Charlotte Sophia. That's a sister. Great granddaughter or granddaughter of King James. King James also was a brother. Nobody playing no games around here, man. Found in the archives in Great Britain. That's how we know the royal family are imposters. You dig? This right here got coats of arms. You know what I'm saying? Coats of arms and what is this right here? German families. Look at that. Everybody heard black. Who you call black? Look at that. And notice it say Negroes and coats of arms of noble families. That say nobles. These ain't slaves. Coats of arms. You got other, show y'all a few of this. More. We got you heard of the Moors before. The Negro is Moor, Negro ancestry in aristocratic European families. Of course. More coats of arms. Look at that. Yeah, this was written in the early 1900s by J.A. Rogers, a brother who went over to Europe himself and was, did his thing. So when you say the deadly wound was healed, what you're looking at is Rome going through its dark period and then it having a rebirth. Today is the Renaissance. Renaissance means rebirth. If they were always ruling, why you gotta have a rebirth? The deadly wound was healed. Right, and then during the Renaissance, they painted that white image of who they call Christ, Cesare Borgia, and they conquered the entire world under that banner right there. You see, these are facts that people duck. They don't want to deal with it. So what we're seeing is the deadly wound was actually healed. You understand? And you are living up under a resurrected Roman Empire to this day that's been pouring hell on you. I've been pouring hell on you from the days of Caesars all the way up to the popes. And even right now, all them Catholic priests and all them still getting brought up on charge, and ain't nobody going to jail behind. Nobody. Right? And got the nerve to call himself Vicar Christ. He basically Christ on earth, Messiah on earth.
You heard instead of Christ.
Yeah. Instead of. In the place. Instead mean the place of. You understand? It's just what it is. You understand? Still pouring hell out. That beast that was persecuting us in ancient Israel, ancient Jerusalem, is who been persecuting you to this day. When you done talking. You understand? Them Catholic priests look just like the Ku Klux Klan. What are you talking about? See? This is where we at. So his deadly wound was healed. I just wanted to go show that. Remember, because y'all keep hearing us say we still in Rome. We still in Egypt. We still in Babylon. That's the name of the class we're going over today. Right? Mystery Babylon, the fourth beast of Daniel, and that great eagle in second Esdras. And you see, it's the same beast, it's the same oppressive regime that's been destroying the flock of the Most High God. Period. And guess what? In the end, it go down because we see what the lion out of the wood rebuked them and told them, look, this is what it is. And you going down for it.
That's right.
All right. What else we got, Hebrew? Second Ezra 12.
Second Ezra 12, verse 14.
Come on.
In the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another.
Come on.
Whereof the second shall begin to reign and shall have more time than any of the 12.
Do y'all hear that? So the second king, which was Augustus Caesar, right? He ruled longer than any other Caesar on record. He ruled over 44 years. You can look that up yourself. It say it in this book too. I want to read some of this real quick. All right, so we can just read a little bit about what's going on. It starts on page 43. Divus Augustus. All right, and it's going to some of their sacrifices they were doing. Show you these were heathens, man. All right, while he was sacrificing a victim to Mars. Hold on, the Ides of March.
Yeah,
that's happened today. Where that synagogue got clapped up on the Ides of March. That's an ancient pagan holy day, right? Where they sacrificed to the god of war, Mars. All right, now watch this right here. It says, while he was sacrificing a victim to Mars, snatching the intestines from the fire, he offered them only half burned and hurried away, the wind of battle. The The Latrinian records include a decree that all future offerings to Mars must be made in the same fashion, the carcass of every victim becoming a prerequisite of the Octavian. Jump down. Augustus' great-grandfather had fought as a military tribune under Aemilius Pappus in Sicily during the Second Punic Wars. Look up the Punic Wars. You'll start seeing what was really going down. Right? Mark Antony, look him up, wrote scornfully that Augustus' great-grandfather had been only a freed man, a rope maker from the neighborhood of Thurii, and his grandfather a money changer. This is as much information as I have managed to glean about Augustus' paternal family. Jump down. Gaius Octavius, his father was from the beginning of his life a man of considerable wealth and reputation. Consequently, I cannot believe that he was also a money changer who distributed bribes among the voters in the campus and undertook other electioneering services. Jump down. Thurii on his way there and dispersed a group of runaway slaves who having fought under Spartacus. Spartacus, slaves, huh?
No Spartacus.
Catiline were now terrorizing the district. All right. That right there going to Julian law. But watch this right here. Watch this right here. Some senators, talking about Augustus, some senators wished him to be called Romulus as the second founder of the city, but Plancus had his way. August is known for nearly 12 years. Hold on, Anthony, here you go right here. This is Mark Antony and Lepidus, and them only with Anthony for nearly 12 years, finally by himself for another 44 years. The Augustus Caesar reigned for 44 years. Y'all see that? And then right here, I got it down here. It's crazy. Augustus Caesar reigned longer than any Caesar, 2nd Ezra 12, 14 through 16 in the prophet. And I forgot I had wrote this in here. Feel me? Until we went live today. I'm like, dang, I got this written down right here. 44 years this man ruled. Right? You show me another Caesar that ruled longer. Now read that again where it say the second king gonna rule longer.
2nd Ezra chapter 12, verse 14 again.
Yeah.
In the same shall 12 kings reign, one after another. Wherefore the second shall begin to reign and shall have more time than any of the 12. And this do the 12 wings signify, which thou sawest.
See, so the 12 wings represent 12 kings that ruled this beast. You understand? And the second king ruled longer than all the other Caesars that was before him and after him. Yeah, Augustus Caesar. You can find that in this book called the 12 Caesars.
That's hard. Straight up.
You feel me? And see, and this ain't the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah, man. All glory to the Most High. Right? This shows you that the Bible is historical. Because he ain't, look, he had access to the imperial archives, not the scrolls. Right? The archives in Rome. So he only writing about his history that's there. Right? Not knowing it's the Most High that I'm talking about orchestrate the whole thing, man, from the beginning. Right? And that should humble us, even when we see heathens like Donald Trump ruling or Vladimir Putin. You understand? That should humble us knowing, hold on, the Most High called this down, period. Right? You only ruling to your allotted time. And once your time is over, you out of here. Right? This is right here. It's called the 12 Caesars. Y'all can look that up on Amazon or whatever. The 12 Caesars. You dig? By Gaius Suetonius Tranquillus. Right? Good dog, Dawid.
What up, man?
Fat David in the house.
What up, y'all?
David Anthony in the house. All right, so y'all check that out. All right, so now we know that the 12 feathers represent the 12 kings, and the second wing or the second king ruled the longest out of everybody.
The second king that came.
That came.
So it was one king, then the second king.
Yeah.
You know, and ruled longer. The Bible says it, and
It
you know what I'm
says
saying, this heathen said it too as well.
Says it's been heard. That's beautiful, man. All right, go ahead. Let's get it.
Verse 17. As for the voice which thou heardest speak, and that thou sawest not to go out from the heads, but from the midst of the body thereof, this is the interpretation.
Now, trip off this right here. Let me read something else real quick about Augustus Caesar, right? It says right here, but it is generally agreed that in the second engagement, he showed not only skill as a commander, but courage as a soldier. When at a crisis in the fighting, the standard bearer of his legion was seriously wounded. The captain carried the flag, right? Augustus himself shouldered the eagle. Shouldered the eagle and carried it for some time, showing you that they use the symbol of an eagle as well. You feel me? And we talking about an eagle with 12 wings on it that represent 12 kings. And the second ruled the longest, man. You can't make this stuff up.
No.
This is the word of the Most High when you're done talking. That's how we know. All right, come on, let's get it.
Verse 18. In 2nd Esdras chapter 12, verse 18. That after the time of that kingdom, there shall arise great strivings, and it shall stand in peril of falling.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it shall not then fall, but shall be restored again to his beginning.
The deadly wound was healed. Huh? The deadly wound was healed doing what you call a renaissance, man. The rebirth. You're going to be restored back, and guess what? You're going to be a power right back in this earth. And that's what you living up under now, man. You did? You still up under that fourth beast. And after this kingdom comes the kingdom of the Most High. But notice the lion straight told him, appear no more. Right? And then he saw the vision of the eagle burning. Got cooked, huh? The Bible is the true history book. The Bible is the word of the Most High. Hands cuffed. Hands, can I hands down, hands cuffed.
And that's the most amazing thing. It's like this thing is happening right before our eyes in the world's bestseller. You feel me? It's telling you the whole time, and you act like, and it's just you don't see it.
You know what it is, though, bro? We so used to being lied to from our mamas, from our dads, from our women, from our children. We so used to lie. We look in the mirror and lie to ourselves.
Yeah. And it's another point too, man, is when you start seeing the truth, you gotta have responsibility.
No doubt.
They don't want responsibility. They're trying to turn their head from it. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No doubt. Yeah.
Second,
we reading on down to 35. Come on, let's get it.
2nd Ezra chapter 12, verse 19.
Hallelujah.
I'm gonna read 18 again.
Come on.
That after the time of the kingdom, there shall arise great strivings, and it shall stand in peril of falling. Nevertheless, it shall not then fall, but shall be restored again to its beginning. And whereas thou sawest the 8 small under feathers sticking to her wings, this is the interpretation, that in him there shall arise 8 kings, whose time shall be but small, and their years swift.
You got small rulership. You ain't talking about that. You ain't talking about that. Yeah, yours gonna be swift. You ain't even talking about that, right? It's in prophecy though, right? Go ahead.
And 2 of them shall perish, the middle time approaching. 4 shall be kept until their end began to approach, but 2 shall be kept until the end. And whereas thou sawest 3 heads resting, this is the interpretation. In his last day shall the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms and renew many things therein, and they shall have the dominion of the earth, and of those that dwell therein, with much oppressions above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle.
Yeah, they're the heads of it, right? And you got 3 main city states again, man. I keep bringing it out. DC, okay. You got London, and then you got the Vatican. So you got spiritual Babylon dealing with the Vatican. You got financial dealing with London. Hell, they set the prices of gold every morning. You dig? And then you got the military dealing with this United States of America. You understand? Military, finances, and spiritual. Who else messing with them? Other than who the Most High gonna raise up to bring them down? Who else messing with the United States, London, and the Vatican combined? No. You ain't got nobody. You feel me? The only people the consortium of nations that's gonna end this deal, you understand? Iran and them backed by nuclear Russia. You understand? China and all that. Them the kings out east that's gonna be coming to Babylon to destroy. That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. All right. So other than that, you got who's running the entire earth, right? And that's them 3 heads on that Babylonian Roman beast. And if we want to put it in today's term, how you not bringing America into the mix? How you not bringing Rome, the Vatican into the mix? How you not bringing London into the mix when you dealing with spirit, finances, and military? The United States got 1,000 military bases on the earth. What are you talking about? It's only 191 countries. They got 1,000. There's only 7 continents, and they got 1,000 military bases. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop. You just don't want this to be Babylon. I get it. I know. I know you love your oppressor. I understand. You just don't want this to be it. So you try to focus attention everywhere else. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia ain't talking about nothing.
No thing.
They allies right now. What are you talking about? You talking about the same Saudi Arabians that had the passengers on that Boeing 737 that flew that plane supposedly into the World Trade Center? I thought Saudi Arabia was allies with the United States of America. Those were Saudi Arabians. You did? And then Osama bin Laden was the one killed for it. And Saddam Hussein. It ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, this beast. Come on, let's get it.
In his last days shall the Most High raise up 3 kingdoms and renew many things therein, and they shall have the dominion of the earth, and of those that dwell therein with much oppression above all those that were before them. Therefore are they called the heads of the eagle.
The head. See, the head is the one that controls the body. You see? All right, come on now.
For these are they that shall accomplish his wickedness.
These are they that shall accomplish his wickedness. Oh, come on.
And that shall finish his last end.
Woo!
And whereas thou sawest that the great head appeared no more, it signified that one of them shall die upon his bed, and yet with pain. For the 2 that remain shall be slain with the sword. For the sword of the one shall devour the other.
See, so it's coming down. It's coming down. Well, you talking about Great Britain, London, or the Vatican? It's coming down, and the Most High is so poetic in how he get down too, man. Because he'll take friends and turn them against each other.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Friendly nations, like you look up, they be allies and more. Boy, I'm talking about it's over. How he get down? You understand? This is a scripture that we're talking about. He putting hooks in jaws and dragging them and making them fight. You feel me? Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 28.
Yeah.
For the sword of the one shall devour the other, but at the last shall he fall through the sword himself.
Yeah.
And whereas thou sawest 2 feathers under the wings, passing over their head that is on the right side, it signifies that these are they whom the highest hath kept unto their end. This is the small kingdom, and full of trouble, as thou sawest, and the lion whom thou sawest rising up out of the wood.
Come on.
And roaring. And roaring.
That's right, you Lion of Judah. You dig? And we got a Messiah who go by that title, and then we got us being his battle axe. You dig? So how else on earth speaking? You dig? We supposed to be speaking like a lion, lifting up our voice like a trumpet, spurring not. You dig? Because we speak his words. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
And speaking to the eagle. And rebuking her.
And what?
And rebuking her.
Man, this lion wasn't speaking no smooth soliloquies to the eagle, to Babylon. That's
right.
You. That's how you want to get down. You want to speak smooth to Babylon. You want to speak smooth to your oppressor.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. But the lion of the tribe of Judah that came out the wood to rebuke the eagle, you dig? And that message didn't go on like parquet. You understand? Rebuking don't feel good. It is what it is. All right, come on now.
And rebuking her for her unrighteousness.
Yeah.
With all the words which thou hast heard. You want to go down to what, 34?
Yeah, you're going down to 30. I believe it's. Go ahead.
This is the anointed.
Yeah.
Which the highest hath kept from them.
This is the anointed. How you say anointed in Hebrew? How you say anointed? This is the anointed. It's called Mashiach.
Mashiach.
Yeah, Christ. Yeah. Christ.
I was about to,
Mashiach.
Yeah, I was going to it too.
He just said the lion is the anointed. See, the whole vision getting broke down because we just kept reading, man. You feel me? So now we see that the Messiah is going to rebuke is gonna rebuke this devil, rebuke this nation. You dig? And it's starting now through us, y'all. That's why he say kindle the fire. Like, he ain't here speaking. He's speaking through us because we reading his words. Right? So if our king is rebuking Babylon, what ought you to be doing? Rebuking Babylon. What do you mean? That's righteous. And you hear brothers like, no, come on, love everybody, hug them and kiss them. You're like, man, get up off me with all that weak stuff, man. Like, the Messiah is going to rebuke this place. You understand? And he's rebuking it now through the words of his faithful servants, man.
No doubt. No doubt. Like, if you feel me, it's like, if we look at it like vibrations, and I love to talk in that tone, because like we gotta be antennas that broadcasting that signal.
That's right, God.
You know what I'm saying? And we're antennas that are broadcasting that signal, same way like they with cell phone towers.
Yeah.
Same like the cell phone towers that can broadcast that signal. We on this frequency, and we are vibrating really high. So within vibrating high, we can understand what's going on. In like manner, we see the parable. The heathens understand the parable, they put it right on the TV for you. Like if you watch cartoons or if you watch little ancient things, they have animals like that. An eagle with a lion's head and things like that. You know what I'm saying? You like, where do they get these things from? Right. They don't come up with nothing on their own. They're only just telling you what's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
And if you love Babylon, you ain't with Christ.
Say it again. I was so
hey, if you love Babylon, you not with Christ.
Yeah. You gotta get rebuked.
Yeah. You gotta get rebuked as well. he just said what it is, man. Right? That lion that came out that wood and was spitting that fire at that eagle and told him appear no more, and even and burnt the body, seen the body burn. That was the anointed. That was Messiah, Mashiach. Right? What they say in English today, Christ. Yeah, the real one. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 32 again. This is the anointed, which the highest have kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. Ooh. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty.
What does upbraid mean? That means to sharply rebuke. Sharply. Yeah, real thing this. All right, read on down like 37, bro.
For he shall set them before him alive in judgment, and shall rebuke them, and shall rebuke them, and correct them. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy.
That's powerful. You heard that? For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy. All right, go ahead.
Those that have been preserved upon my borders.
Hold on, those that what?
Have been preserved upon my borders.
What are the borders of the Most High? We read in 2 Ezra 9. You dig? Shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Babylon going down. Hallelujah. All praise.
All praises to Yahweh.
Come on, Hebrew.
And he shall make them joyful unto the coming of the day of judgment.
Oh, until the coming of the day of judgment.
So they're going to be in there for a minute.
Until hold on, man. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy those that have been preserved upon my borders. Right? And he shall make them joyful until the coming of the day of judgment, whereof I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. Oh, wait. Read that last verse and let my brother pull it. Go last verse. It's real short. 35.
This is a dream that thou sawest. And these are the interpretations.
That's powerful.
Hallelujah.
That's the dream he saw. You dig? And that's the interpretation. You dig? That's the fourth beast Daniel saw. It's coming down.
That's right.
Dig? You still in Rome. The deadly wound was healed. You see? We connected the whole thing. From ancient Babylon down to Rome. Rome going into some dark ages. Deadly wound being healed. All that hell still getting poured out on you. The transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
All of it. Down to the lion coming out the wood. Rebuking Babylon. Letting Babylon know you're going down. You dig? All the way back, all the way to the end to where it's salvation in his land, in his borders. And that was the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Boy, speaking that powerful. You dig? Rebuking this place, not preserving it, rebuking it. But I'd say no wonder they took out the Apocrypha. Exactly. And again, we went from a secular source and people think we lying. Right? You look up and see which Caesar ruled the longest, and you're gonna see it's Augustus Caesar. That's where you get your month August from. Augustus Caesar ruled over 44 years, roughly 44 years.
Wow.
During the Caesar on record that even ruled nowhere close to how long he ruled. Yeah, and that's what the Bible said. The second king gonna rule the longest. 12 kings gonna raise up. This the beast that Daniel saw. So instead of somebody saying the fourth beast that Daniel saw, because I've heard that before. Daniel saw that was Russia. Man, that don't line up once we get into the Apocrypha and we see that eagle was that beast with 10 horns that Daniel saw. It say it right there, 2nd Ezra 11 and 39. Feel me? 2nd Ezra 12 and 11. That's what it says. You see, so that's how you link it up and let you know the Bible, man, is the truth. I'm gonna put my soul on it. Signed, stamped, and sealed with the foe on it. Yeah, hallelujah. You got something up?
Yeah, I just want to pull like the last script that said, like it was at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I want to pull this script, like if our people would have just done what we were supposed to do. You feel me? It's coming and bringing it back full circle. We'd have just done what we were supposed to do. I'm just gonna hit that back in Deuteronomy, like it's the beginning, Deuteronomy 11. I'm gonna start at verse 19. If we'd have done this, you know what I'm saying, we'd have got that. You feel me? But he bringing us back to say like some of our people missed the first coming of the Messiah. You feel me? They missed the first wave. You feel me? This second wave ain't been through nothing nice. You feel me? We don't want to miss that second coming of the Messiah. You feel me? The lie fell on us, fell after. You feel me? So we don't want to do that. So trip off of this in that 11 and 19. 11 I go 18. And therefore ye shall lay up my words in your hearts and in your soul, and bind them for your signs upon your hands, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes, and ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them when they sit in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou lie down, and when thou rise up, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and that your days and your children in the land which the Lord Yahweh swore unto your fathers to give them, as the days of heaven upon the earth. We getting back there. He say, for if ye shall diligently keep all these commandments, which I command you to do them, to love the Lord Yahweh, your God power, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave unto him. Here we go. Then will the Lord Yahweh drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier nations than yourselves. Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours. From the wilderness of Lebanon, from the river of Euphrates, even upon the uttermost seas shall your coast be. Last verse. And it say, there shall no man be able to stand before you. For the Lord Yahweh, your power, shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye tread upon, as he has spoken and said upon to you. Before our last verse, he said, behold, I set before thee a day, a blessing, and a curse.
Hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. I already promised, man, that the scriptures is the blueprints of our freedom, our revolution. All we gotta do is apply it, man.
Yeah.
And really live it. That's all we gotta do.
Real talk. That's what was ordained was when we getting back to that right now.
Hallelujah.
That's what our people messed up. So when we look at ourselves in this jam, we look at the curses we dealing with, Deuteronomy 28, they missed that. They missed that. Let us not miss that. Let us not miss that, because we see they missed it. He said, I'm going to do all this. You feel me? They going to do all, we just reading. Right. You're going to rule over all of them. They going to be fearing for you. Let us not miss that right now.
Don't miss that, man. You understand? I'm with you on that.
Let's not miss that. Our people missed it, bro.
Yeah.
Let us not miss that.
Don't miss the train. Yeah, they're taking off without you. Make sure you're there on time. They like sound off your way up. That's right. That's right.
Facts, bro.
All right, look, let's do a few quick ones in Second Ezra real quick. I just need Second Ezra 8, 1-4, and a few verses in chapter 9, and then we're gonna end it with Revelation 18. You know what I'm saying? The end of it all. The smoke of her ascending.
1 hour.
Yeah. Second Ezra 8, 1-4. For me, I believe it is. Right. Second Ezra 8, 1-4. Then we'll jump over to chapter 9.
Second Ezra chapter 8.
Yeah.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, I heard that. The world to come only for a few, man. That's the sobering reality. You get out your flesh eventually. You know, you get out that spirit of trying to convince everybody. You know what I'm saying? You get out there real quick. Man. When that scripture sink in, it ain't even for everybody, man. The opportunity is there for everybody in your family, but the fact of it matter is it's not happening. It's not happening. You feel me? Your entire family is not going to make it.
And there's a difference between trying to convince somebody and telling somebody the truth.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So we can't.
Yeah, I ain't never say go mute. That's an excellent point. That's everybody saying go mute. Yeah. You understand? But you know when somebody a reprobate don't want to hear, I don't want to hear that Bible. Yeah. Well, you might want to leave.
Yeah, no doubt. Like trip off this is we as Hebrews got the truth and we fight daily. Think about it, we fight. So think about all the rest of the people that, man, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna submit to that spirit of just a dog walk me. Yeah. You just got whooped in the spirit. And your vessel was being, your avatar has been jacked.
You got ragged off.
You got ragged down and your avatar is jacked by so many spirits. And you gonna be punished for this in the end.
Yeah. What? Whole game, man. Whole game. Whole game, brother. Whole game.
Man, that make your underarms itch. That make that sweat come, boy.
You went through all this. You went through all this to get it handled.
Handled
by hideous hitmen of the Most High. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. Man, they tell you in that book of Josephus, the Most High got some head busters waiting on you on the other side. You been evil, they all look over you like in unison. You talking about him? There he is. Boy, you talking about getting ragged off, boy? Woo! And they say, boy, you ain't gonna be going willingly, boy. You gonna be led by force. You gonna be getting handled.
Y'all remember the movies, those scary movies when you seen the nails still in the
crawling.
Boy, look here. Look here.
That's the little girl that little girl, man. They down the hill, they had big juggernauts and everything. He was carrying this big sword, hitting against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
They'll see fire, then they'll go away, they'll see a bad. Man,
yeah, that was
Annie, what's her name?
That was
man. Hey, they be doing, bro.
Resident Evil.
Something like that.
It had the glass
like
house
Resident Evil.
It
sound like a Resident
Evil. She went looking for her daughter down in the underworld, down the hill, or something like that, down in this lost world. Man.
It ain't as above, so below. It ain't that. No, it was digging down. And that movie was crazy, man.
Reuben ben Israel.
All right, come on, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 2.
Yeah.
I will tell thee a similitude.
He says, so I'm going to tell you a likeness, right? This world is for many. The world to come ain't for everybody. It's only for a few. The few and the ready. It's just like the Marines. The few, the ready. You understand? And they said, look, I'm going to give you a likeness so you can understand how serious this is, right? Go ahead, Doc.
As when thou asked the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold whereof earthen vessels are made.
Yeah.
But little dust.
Come on.
That gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created.
Come on.
But few shall be saved.
Only a few shall be saved. Let's give an example. Jump over to chapter 9. Read 5-8, and then we jump down 14 through 16. 5-8, 14 through 16.
For like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and an end.
Yeah.
And the end is manifest, Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works.
By his work, come on.
And by faith.
So we got faith and works. Everyone that is saved, right, shall be able to escape by his works, right?
And by faith.
And by faith, come on.
Whereby ye have believed. Shall be preserved from the said perils.
Shall be preserved. What does it mean to preserve?
Preserve.
To keep safe, to preserve. To keep from destruction. Shall be preserved from the said perils. The danger. Go ahead.
And shall see my salvation in my land.
It's my salvation where?
In my land.
We just read the same thing in 2nd Esdras, a couple chapters up. Same thing. He's talking about within his borders.
And within my borders.
And within my borders. Come on.
For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Since Genesis, right? So since the beginning, he told Jeremiah, I knew you before you was in the womb. Before I ordained you a prophet, before you was even in your mama's womb. From the beginning, right? Yeah, Messiah is the head, we are the body. Surely his body existed before. You see? So never take this truth, or never take this, like what you know in this truth lightly. Never do that. You understand? Never take it for granted. Never take it for granted, because if you are one that's endorsed to the end, guess what? You've been called from the beginning. You've been called from the beginning. You see? So there are aspects of predestination in the scripture. Matter of fact, it's mentioned twice. The actual word is in there. In Ephesians, the 1st chapter, predestinate. You see? And that ain't for you to get lazy in this truth. I'm just letting you know, like, those that the Most High got in doing to the end, those are the ones that he done already predestinated. He done sanctified them for him from the beginning. You see?
Knowing that they go put in that work.
Yeah. Con. Jump down to 14. Read 14 through 16 for me, y'all.
Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and I will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved.
Many more gonna die than those that see the salvation of the Most High. You got to get that out your mind, thinking everybody gonna get it. Or it's gonna be a majority type thing. Broad is the gate that leadeth to destruction.
Oh, here comes the hard hurt,
and he's gonna compare the many to a few. Right, many are going to die. Right, then those that'll be saved. Many are gonna die. Right, and then here and trip off the similitude. What did it say, brother?
For everybody that's in California, like as a wave is great than a drop.
Y'all see that? A wave. You know anything about an ocean? You've been in the ocean before. You see that big old wave come in. You know what I'm saying?
And then a drop.
And then a drop of what, man? Look, there's about 100 drops of water in this empty cup right here. There's little drops right there.
There's one drop right there. I see a drop right there.
You see that?
Boy, that wave, boy.
Those that get saved are compared to a drop of water in this cup. Those that die compared to a big old wave.
That wave will take you under.
Will
take you down.
That's a sobering reality right there. That's sobering. So never take this for granted, ever. All right, as a wave to a what? A drop. Is that what it said? What? All right, so we done with that. I mean, we can read 17. Read verse 17, and we're going to go to Revelation 18.
And he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the seed. As the flowers be, such are the colors. Also, such as the workman is, such also is the work.
Wow.
And as the husband is himself, so is his husbandry.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. My bad.
For it was the time of the world.
So you can compare like what a person is based off the work he produces. You feel me? Based off what he produces, you can tell, okay, if he's a good husbandman, somebody that plants seeds. You understand? If he's a good carpenter or whatever. Everything is based off the work that you do to say, no, he really is a servant of the Most High. Look at the work. Look what he does. You understand? Even Messiah said, you don't believe me, what? Believe the work that then got done. Believe that. Because the work, you know what I'm saying, shows the level of belief that you actually have. All right, y'all. Last scripture, Revelation the 18th chapter. Babylon the great is fallen. All right, set your mind and your spirit toward home. That's what we talked about. Set your mind and your spirit toward home. Be asking the Most High. You understand?
And that's real, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have to, we in the truth and stuff like that, you know, we're around, I'm talking about me personally. I'm around my brothers and stuff or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm living my life as an Israelite and whatnot. But the sober reality is, you know what I mean, sometimes we know as day by day goes by, we get I'm not saying complacent, but we have to get reminded. I have to get reminded, you know what I'm saying, constantly, you know what I'm saying, that this right here is all that I know, but this ain't something that I should want to know, want to continue on, you know. I have to remind myself, you know, that everything, because Ruben, he says it all the time, man, this is going to be fire and brimstone, you know. He says it all the time, and fire and brimstone. So I have to constantly remind myself that, you know, this ain't my home, you know what I mean? Jerusalem is my home. And even sitting here, you know what I'm saying, next to all these brothers and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, you know, I think to myself, okay, what am I going to do after this? I'm going to ride down the street and go to my little humble abode, whatever the case may be, and snug up to, you know what I'm saying, one of my wives and stuff like that. But it's like I shouldn't want to feel that way. I want to be able to be like, you know what, I want to be able to go to Jerusalem, be in Jerusalem. I don't want to go down the street, you know what I'm saying, be 5 minutes away where Mike Brown got killed at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Constant reminder too as you drive past it every day.
Yeah.
Like, well, that brother was mowed down at right there. They still got the birds and all that up on the sidewalk and
everything. You know, but what I'm really trying to say is that even with Mally saying this, my brother saying this and stuff like that about, you know, we have to be reminded. We have to be reminded every day. You know, we in the truth and stuff like that or whatever the case may be, but we still got to be reminded, man. You know what I mean? Don't get comfortable in this bull crap.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I urge y'all tomorrow, during the Sabbath, go inside the store, even though you know you're not supposed to be buying nothing or whatever, but go inside the store and tell everybody up in there what the business is. Just do it. Go on a bus where you know that they can't stop, you know what I'm saying? So they gotta hear you. Go on a bus and tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, what the business is. You know what I mean? Go out there, you know what I'm saying, and tell your peoples, man, you know what I'm saying, what the business is, man.
Real talk. Judgment is here, man. Did you love your people enough, even though you know they ain't gonna get the angel? See, your job as a prophet, you're the Most High, like Ezekiel. You like, look, warn them from me. Tell them I told you to tell them that they going off. I don't care how ugly they look at you. I don't care how many shoulder shrugs, mean mugs. It don't matter. And if you respect their shoulder shrugs and mean mugs, I'm gonna check you in front of them.
Oh, he gonna make it.
See, so our job ain't to be weak with y'all, even if you don't like to hear the message. You got to keep it moving, because I'm not about to be on the Most High chopping block because I was scared to tell you something. I ain't about to be in the belly of the big fish, the whale, because I was scared to go tell these wicked Negroes in Nineveh. You understand? Judgment is coming. See? Everything ain't about, just the smooth soliloquies and the, step in the name of love. Everything ain't about that, man. You feel me? This is a real situation and souls on the line. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
I want to bring out that Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. So when we got to check, when the Most High tell us to check somebody and we don't check, who you think he's gonna check? You. So we gotta do what we ordered to do.
I'm going through that right now. One of the homies. Hey, which one you gonna choose?
Flat out.
You gonna have to see me later.
Yeah.
Man, and the spirit just rose up and I checked it right then and there.
Yeah.
Just to show them, man, love, man, do what everlasting life be.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Or burn it down.
Right out.
Nigga, be missile food then. We ain't mad at you. And be like, dang, man, they gotta cut. Look, there's no other way for me to tell you that the house is on fire. Billy, wake up, Billy. Flaming embers all through the house. The ceiling fell through. Come on now. Cupcakes and butterscotch. Please get up. Come on. Please. What you need, a thermometer? You want some Robitussin? You want some chicken noodle soup? Ain't no other way to tell you but to let you know what time it is, man. The house is on fire. Get up out of here. Repent. Turn back to your God, man.
That's right.
That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's how you spiritually get up out of here anyway, is to repent and turn back and serve your God, man. Come up out of the blindness that the world is in and start doing what the Most High tell you to do. You dig? And then once you realize, okay, well, this place going up in smoke, eventually you'll start setting your spirit toward home anyway. Everybody's leaving. Everybody's going back to the land of their origin. Where you going? You feel me? That's why we just get up and start visiting. You know what I'm saying? Nobody telling you got to do nothing against your will or whatever. Look, at least let's go start visiting. How about that?
Right.
How about that? You see? And then let the Most High deal with each individual, how you deal with it when you get there. Dang, I don't know. I might not come. What you say? I can do what over here? Okay. Yeah. Put your mama on the phone. Hey, y'all remember in Harlem Nights, what? What that heathen was? Put your mama on the phone. Hey, dig this. Hey, never coming back. I'm out of here. You feel me? Don't be surprised if that start happening. But set your affection toward home, man, because the scripture tell you like this, man. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, may my right hand forget her skill. If I forget you, Jerusalem, may my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my main joy. That's the problem. We done forgot home. You dig? And you raise your children never to forget home. Ever. You got identification tags on the backpack, inside the backpack, in the lunchbox. You know what I'm saying? Name, number, address, all of it.
Even chip and nerd.
Yeah, you feel me? Come on now. All right. Let's get it, Hebrew. Let's get it. Revelation 18 started verse 1. We're gonna read on about this deal. Let's get it.
Revelations chapter 18. And after these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
Has become the habitation or the dwelling place of devils. Now, you can either look at this like this is a 20-foot angel coming down out the sky, letting you know. So somebody's like, well, I'm gonna wait till I see the 20-foot angel, right? Or you can look at it because at times in the scripture, heaven is referred to as Jerusalem. Messiah said, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. What place are you talking about? You talking about where Yahweh? You talking about where he at? And sometimes heaven is referred to on earth as Jerusalem. That's where the new Jerusalem is gonna be at as well, on earth. Right? So you need to look at this like a 20-foot angel that dropped out the sky and then told you, you understand this place is falling. Or you can look at like it's messengers from the land that, get up out of it. Lightning means enlightenment. Remember the Holy Spirit abode on the Messiah and lighted on him and remained on him? You dig? It also means enlightenment. You dig? So it's more than just one way to look at it. You ain't always got to look at this as sci-fi. For example, Revelation 9, we talk about all these different animals coming out the bottomless pit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't always got to look at that like, dang, that's a creature I saw on, that's the creature from the Black Lagoon. You know what I'm saying? That's a 20-foot scorpion coming out of this or whatever. You dig? Like, again, these are ancient men describing to the best of their ability what they see in the sky, what they see in their vision. It wasn't no Apache helicopters back then. Wasn't no Black Hawk helicopters. There wasn't no nuclear warheads. So they're explaining missiles instead of saying the ICBM. You feel me? They talking about certain helicopters that got capability to sting their enemies or shoot lasers out their tails. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, you can either look at it like it's a 20-foot lizard coming out the ground, you dig? Or you can say, how do I connect this to what I'm living now? You see? And if you start doing that, you do yourself more of a not a disservice, but a service reading the Bible. You get a better understanding. Like, okay, well, how can I know I'm at the end. You feel me? Am I really looking for a 20-foot lizard to come out the ground and start stinging people? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can either look at, you feel me? You can start, and we need to start doing it. Like, let the Christianity go. You feel me? Men in the scriptures are referred to as angels as well. You feel me? Because they hold the message of God. That's what that is. So it's ways you can look at this. You ain't always got to look at it like a sci-fi movie. You know what I'm saying? Look at it for what's going on now. And think about this. We live in an age where having a nuclear bomb is normal. Do y'all know that ain't nothing normal? That you dig? Like, you can't even get rid of its waste. A nuclear bomb is nothing normal. There's somebody straight had to tap into the dark side and get some evil instructions and mix things that weren't meant to be mixed. You understand? And come up with an understanding to kill the world, 100 times over. You mean to tell me that's of the Most High? You see? So again, look at these scriptures based off what you're going through, what we're seeing. You feel me? Because what we're living is Bible prophecy when you're done talking. All of it is Bible prophecy, right? And we can either keep looking for a 100-foot angel to come out the sky with lightning all around it to tell you Babylon is falling, or you can look at the economic structure. You can look at the racial tension. You can look at the police killings. You can look at everything that's pointing to this deal falling. Down to Venezuela in total darkness right now. Been dark for 4 days, and there's over 1,000 bodies. You see, in other words, it's signs in front of you all the time to show you this place is falling. Right? Regardless if you like it or not. So what you gonna say today? Lord, I ain't see a 20-foot angel come tell me it was time to go. You know what you mean? See a 20-foot angel, bro? Who told you? They did. I mean, who told you it was a 20-foot angel or a 100-foot angel? Why you wasn't listening when brothers was telling you, hey, look, get up at that plate. Look, you can do what you're doing elsewhere. At least start trying to get up out of there and connect with certain brothers internationally. That's what you need to be doing. Right? That's all I'm saying. You dig? A lot of people get scared. Hold on now. We still hold on to pieces of Christianity. You feel me? You reading through Revelations, you charge. You reading through Revelations, you feel me, with the mind of a Christian. With Jack Van Impe on your mind. And Jimmy Swaggart. He doesn't know nothing about no Bible. What are you talking about?
Ain't Swagger back.
Jimmy Swaggart. Kenneth Copeland. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get it.
Babylon the Great is fallen, fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
With an S, devils.
And the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Wow. For
all nations have drunk of the wine of wrath, of the wrath of her fornication.
So you see every foul spirit and the cage for every unclean and hateful bird. You dig? So you seeing what it's talking about. Like, this is the place you've grown in love with. Right? Because we understand, again, from Daniel, fourth beast, Rome. You understand? We connected the second Esdras. It was the same vision Daniel saw. You feel me? And now we dealing with John the Revelator, who lived under that beast, Rome. You see? Whose deadly wound was healed. You see? And he saw a vision of Babylon burning. Ancient Rome ain't burning. Not like what we talking about here. Not the end game. Of course, it was on fire before, but it ain't burning like what we talking about now. You see? So we done tracked this beast all the way down. And the end game, it has become a habitation of devils. You feel me? Of every unclean spirit and a cage of every hateful and unclean bird. That's the place you done grew in love with. That's where you at. Right? And Mashiach gonna return to chapter 19. We in 18. Come on, Hebrew.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of wrath of her fornication.
Yeah.
and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Yeah, so you know the wine goes into her philosophy, her politics. They didn't enforce this democracy all over the earth. Y'all know that. You understand? It's sodomy, it's homosexuality going on in Muslim countries now. They don't even play that. It's your head cut off. They don't even play homosexuality over there, but it's sodomites over there now, right? I spoke about it not that long ago. China Mac, the Chinese rapper, talking about catching bodies. You dig? What I'm saying is America's philosophy, her politics. Man, look, everybody done drunk of that, right? So being that you done partook in that, guess what? All the nations have been fornicating against God as well. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah, so you know the initial delicacies and still is you. You the black gold. You the money. Yeah. It take for you, the one they call shiftless, lazy, nigga don't ever want to do nothing. You the one that built it. Right? You were the delicacies. How you think she got so rich, so quick, and so powerful? What do you mean? You start you a business and ain't got to pay the workers for 400 years. Boy, you want to be the most powerful business nigga ever. What are you talking about? You ain't got to pay no wages?
What?
You collected everything? Come on, man. You were the delicacies. You were the original stock that was on the market being sold.
You start paying, you start killing. When you find out you got to pay now, you start killing.
Yeah. Come on, now let's get it.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come to what?
Come out of her, my people.
Yeah.
That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Now you do this spiritually, you understand, when you first wake up or enlightened to who you are. And that, hold on, I've been in violation. I gotta start keeping Torah, I gotta follow Messiah. I've been tripping. That's how you spiritually come out of Babylon. You understand? But those aren't spiritual plagues. Those are physical plagues that's coming. You see, that's what people don't want to deal with. That's why we like, look, get in the spirit of moving around. You feel me? Going to see your people. It's tribes scattered all throughout this earth. Israelites. You understand? Like I said earlier, I'm more of a, more of a tropical group. So, you know, y'all might see me broadcasting from down by the equator and not so distant of a future, you dig? And then I plan on being in Zion, you know what I'm saying, or Israel for like feasts and all that coming up. You dig? Back here in the States for a few months, building with brothers and sisters and back out, like just moving around. Because the scripture tell you, be as a pilgrim in the earth in those days. Get ready for the battle. You dig? So getting ready means get prepared. You don't have to go to war one way, shape, form, or another. You be like, well, nah, nigga, I ain't going nowhere, and I can't go nowhere. All right, that's what's up. But look, at least start getting ready. Niggas ain't even ready. You not out on your knees and elbows like the Michigan militia out in the woods. We not. You so just be real. You're not even ready. While you talking about I'm a warrior and I'm ready to fight. What you been playing? What you got planned for the people? Nothing. No, there's nobody plans nothing. There's no preparation. There's no nothing. We just going on in a blind stupor, like we just, you know, it's all good. Like we ain't sitting on top of millions of pounds of radioactive explosives here in St. Louis. We just, you know, hey, what up, bro? It's all good. Hey, shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man, like, I feel you. I'm just saying, like, stop acting like that we not operating with an insane mindset. Stop that, man. We know better.
Then we have the nerves. To freaking gall, you know what I'm saying? To be looking at another brother or sister just because they're from a different school of thought with some type of disdain or disgust, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Instead of just building with them, you're gonna have it. You're gonna look, as long as you were Israelite, man, it's millions of us. Look, you got a lot of talking to do. You got a lot of chopping up with scripture. You got a whole bunch. Sit on down, go over this. That's what's up. Look, it's so much of that to do.
Like this.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We talk about that.
Yeah. It's a lot to get done, man.
So if you're gonna go back to Israel just to visit, you ain't scared. You ain't, you know.
Man, you didn't come.
Man, let me get a what's that thing called when we leave the country?
Passport.
Yeah, let me get one of them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't never had one. You know, but let me get one of them.
You talk scared, smack wherever. You ain't gonna, for one, you ain't gonna say it in my face. Two, you dig, nigga? Because I want to go travel. That's what I'm gonna do. Hell, you mean? You act like it's like Master didn't say I could leave. Nah. No, you can't though. What you mean you can't? You can go wherever you want. What you mean?
The wall ain't up yet.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop acting like, you understand, operating in a slave mindset. Like scripture tell you, man, like when you follow Messiah, you keep the commands, you know, you're not cursed, you're actually blessed. A lot of us in this truth still running around here, nigga, we cursed as a people, we're cursed, nigga, but you are supposed to be a shining example of what's going on. Right? What's the what's the payoff for doing what the Most High say? Blessings. Blessings.
Some of it's gonna be hard to swallow. Some of these scriptures, even I remember when we was having a conversation. I know you seen it in my spirit. Like, boy, y'all can over there struggling to swallow that one right there.
I see the wheels turning. What? I understand, man.
But yeah,
but let you know, people going that's part of it. But if that's all you got, like that's gonna stop me. Y'all kind of answer this.
You gotta get it. Verse 5.
Yeah.
Revelation 18, verse 5.
18:5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For her sins have reached unto the heaven.
Yeah.
And Yahweh have remembered her iniquity.
Hallelujah.
Reward her, even as she rewarded you.
Yeah. Shalom, people. I was playing attention earlier. All right, come on, bro.
And double unto her. Excuse me, let me read that verse 6 again. Reward her, even as she rewarded you.
Yeah.
And double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled, filled to her double.
Filled to her double. Feel me? So you got to get paid back double for everything that she's done. Everything. All the iniquity, all the crimes, especially against you. Children of the living God, man.
Revelation 18.
All right, come on, Hebrew. Let's get
verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself.
Yeah.
And lived deliciously.
Ooh, deliciously. Wow.
Deliciously. So much torment and sorrow. Give her.
See, this is the judgment and decree given to Babylon. Feel me? I'm tracking it down. Look, we done tracked it down from Daniel's 4th beast to the great eagle with 3 heads and 12 wings and 8 feathers that Ezra saw. You dig? Down to her deadly wound being healed. Down to where you at now. You see? And if the lion out of the woods in 2nd Ezra was rebuking that beast, rebuking Rome, or rebuking Babylon, which means confusion, right? What are we doing? That's my question. What are we doing? What you look like exchanging smooth soliloquies with Babylon and your king not? Don't make sense. All right, come on, Hebrew.
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
1 day, 24 hours, man. That ain't gonna take long.
Death.
No, come on.
And mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Now we read about that eagle. See, we connecting. Y'all see how we connecting everything? What was the end of the eagle in 2nd Ezra?
Burnt.
It was burnt. It was burnt. Why? Because we're dealing with the same beast. Babylon, you understand? Mystery Babylon, you actually living in it right now. You feel me? You living in the military arm of Babylon, dealing with the United States of America. Right? The financial wing of Babylon, you got to deal with London. They set the price for gold every morning. Right? Dealing with the spiritual wing of Babylon, you dig? You got to go on over to that Vatican. Which all, look, the mother on which all that madness and wickedness come from. I'm talking about Christianity, Islam, all of it. All of it come right out of that Roman Vatican whore, that church. Yeah. Real thing this. All right, come on, let's get it.
And famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
Hallelujah.
For strong is the master Yahweh who judges her, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off.
Now, okay, she's burning, you feel me? But there's people outside of her seeing her smoke of sin. Huh? Let that sink in. There's people seeing the smoke of sin that ain't in Babylon, but see it burning from afar off. Wow. Come on.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
That's so beautiful, man. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful, man. Come on now.
And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
See, so they're bewailing her and mourning over her because guess what? There's no more financial interest there. Everything that went up, everything that went up in smoke.
Sound like Persians, don't it?
Yeah, it did.
Merchants, that's some crime.
Yeah, all these so-called Arabs, however you want to call them, man. You feel me? They pitching tent, and that's why they all in your neighborhoods. It's crazy because when they come over, all of them set up shop in the ghetto. All of them set up shop in the ghetto when you done talking. So who you think gonna be bewailing her like, dang, I can't make no more money off of them. Can't make no more money off those delicacies. You understand? We wax rich off the abundance of our delicacies. Them niggas, that black gold, man. You dig? I mean, dang, they were so destroyed, they didn't even get together to put a corner store up at the top of the block. We had to put it up and rake in millions every first of the month.
When they did, we sold them spoiled milk. We sold them old food. We sold them food with nuclear waste inside the milk.
That's right, Doc. That's right, Doc. That's right. So you got an answer for it. All right, go ahead, Doc. What else you say?
Verse 12.
Yeah.
The merchants of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beast and sheep and horses and chariots,
everything,
and slaves,
and who?
And souls of men,
and slaves, souls of men. Huh? It's showing you, you dig, that you are the original stock market. You the ones that were sold on the stock. You the ones that was writing out insurance policies over, bringing over from, you know, all the different spots we was coming from. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish folk actually owned the ships and had the insurance on them. You dig? And there was insurance policies on your body. Just like they do your prisoner bonds today. They sell them on the stock market. If you ever been locked up before, there's a prisoner bond.
Yeah.
Huh? There's a prisoner bond. They underwrite that sucker twice and sell it back to the public as a mortgage-backed security. You mean to tell me that the housing market and the prison industrial complex work hand in hand? Are you serious? Huh? And they floating your bond number on the market. I'm talking about making, oh my, you don't even know how much money it is, man. It's ridiculous, man. It ain't went nowhere. That's the point. It just evolved.
That's what I was talking about last barbershop. We talked about even just the sixth commandment. We can stop doing the sixth commandment of killing each other. We can shut this place down. Because like you said, all that stuff is just combined in one, and everybody getting paid off one thing. You stop killing, man, for a month. Let Judah stop killing for like a month or two. Oh, we'll shut this place down, man.
Exactly. Shut it all the way down. That's right. Out there on our birth certificates. All that, man. All those are bonds, and man, we've been studying that for years too as well. You dig? You start seeing this a multiplicity of illusions dealing with this heathen. You dig? And every angle you try to wiggle about this deal, and you're not including the Most High, you ain't gonna get nowhere. Girl, you niggas try to eat health. I knew a brother that was healthy beyond measure, died. Nigga, came back home and played in a celebrity basketball team a game and went to the locker room and died. You feel me? I know 2 brothers that died like that. So you can try to get healthy all you want, and I'm not against health. I'm with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My cat Divine Black too. He died like that. Yeah. But I'm saying, and I'm not against getting healthy and all that. I'm with all that. You feel me? I'm saying if you thinking that's your sole means of getting up out of here, you tripping.
You sadly mistaken.
If you think stacking weapons and stockpiling weapons is your sole means of getting, man, you sadly mistaken, man. Anything that you doing, you feel me, and you ain't got the Most High as first on whatever it is, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You feel me? It ain't gonna work. Period. I don't care if you filing papers, whatever. I done did all that. I did all of it. You understand? The Most High has to be the first and foremost in what it is that you got going on, and you got to be sincere. Period. Other than that, it ain't gonna work. All right, come on, let's get it.
Revelations 18, verse 14.
Yeah.
And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off, for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour, for in 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea.
By who?
And many as trade by sea.
Now, America's surrounded by seas when you're done talking.
From sea to shiny sea.
From sea to shining sea. What you talking about? Ain't nothing to surround this deal. It's nothing. Right? And if you got power over the ports, you already know, boy, that's beyond lucrative. Everything got to come in through the ports. They ain't got to get put on a tractor trailer and come inland. Why you think the ship masters and everybody gonna be like, dang, we can't make no more money there? What are you talking about? You feel me? Because when this place go down, guess what, man? It's gonna cause a ripple effect everywhere, man. Ripple effect, because the entire world markets, all of them are intertwined like a spider web. All of them. All right. And the dollar is still, when you're done talking right now, the dollar is still international currency, international reserve currency. All right, come on, man.
And as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads. Ooh, they was mourning, huh? And cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costlines,
costliness.
By reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she is made desolate.
That's so powerful, man. Come on, I'll finish it up.
Rejoice over her. Rejoice over her.
Yeah.
Thou heaven.
Yahoo.
Thou heaven.
See, rejoice that she didn't fail. Rejoice that she didn't fail, man. Now we ain't gonna be sad. We're not gonna be playing violin music, slow. You dig? It's gonna be a festive time.
Crying and snotting.
Yeah. Lip fumbling. Lip fumbling. No, ain't none of that happening. All right, you be hearing yahoos echoing all throughout the earth. Yahoo! Yahoo! What gonna be like, Most High, drop that deal, baby. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh have avenged you on her.
Hallelujah. Nigga! Come on, man.
Let me read that over again. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh
hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down.
Did it say with violence?
With violence.
It didn't say it was gonna be a smooth transition, brother.
No.
That's how
with
ancient
violence.
Babylon fell. Ancient Babylon went down. It was a smooth transition,
yeah,
man. It said this one coming down by violence. Right? And don't forget, this is John the Revelator in Rome. Like on the island of Patmos. Right? And even that empire didn't end like what we read in the vision. He caught a vision about a future Babylon that he was not in going up in smoke. Going up in smoke. Oh, wait. Come on, man. Look, going up in smoke with violence. Come on, Hebrew.
Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all.
Ooh.
And the voice of harps and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee.
Notice it's like Babylon ain't gonna be seen or heard from at all again. Same thing that the lion in 2nd Ezra, the 11th chapter, 12th chapter, told the eagle. Told the same thing. May you be no more. Then he saw the whole body burn up. Like, ugh. See? So we just connected the whole thing, man, and show you this Bible world history. And it's our God that called the rise and fall of the nation. It's our God. Ain't no other God. Our God. Down to how long these cats gonna rule. Who gonna rule the longest? The second one gonna rule the longest. Man, wow. All right, come on, I'll finish it up.
And no craftsman or whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee.
That's right.
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. Verse 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Man, put the lights out. Most High is gonna turn the lights out. He gonna turn the lights out, not no man. Most High gonna turn the lights out in this place, man. You dig? Come on, Hebrew.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorcerers were all nations deceived.
You see, by your witchcraft. By your all that. All that. It's so much, it's so much to go into the witchcraft, man. It's so much you be like, man, the court system, the movies, the media, everything is deception.
Everything.
Every damn thing's a deception. There's nothing righteous. Yeah, you can't even eat real food. That's a deception. You ain't eating nothing real around here. All madness, man. All deception. You see why I gotta go. So all praises to the Most High. Finish off that last verse, my brother.
And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Yeah, exactly. So we already know who that is and where it is. Ruban, read us on out, man. Give us a psalm, bro. Everybody get on up, face Jerusalem. You dig? Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. After we pray, we're gonna shout some of y'all out too.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom, family. We got Ruban Israel in the house. Pick us up a whole psalm. Hey, bro, take us on out of here. All praise and thank the Most High for another Sabbath, man.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The Most High's permission.
Hallelujah.
Psalms 147, verse 1. Praise ye the Lord, for it is good to sing praises unto our God, for it is pleasant, and praise is comely. The Lord doeth build up Jerusalem. Woo! He gathereth together the outcasts of Israel. He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars. He calleth them all by their names. Great is our Lord, and of great power his understanding is infinite. The Lord lifted up the meek. He casted the wicked down to the ground. Sing unto the Lord with thanksgiving. Sing praise upon the harp unto our God. Who covereth the heavens with clouds? Who prepared the rain for the earth? Who maketh the grass to grow upon the mountains? He giveth to the beasts his food, and to the young ravens which cry. He delighteth not in the strength of the horse. He taketh not pleasure in the legs of a man.
Hallelujah.
The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him.
That's
That's
right.
right.
In those that hope in his mercy. Praise the Lord, O Jerusalem.
Yes.
Praise thy God, O Zion.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
For he hath strengthened the bars of thy gates. He hath blessed thy children within thee. He maketh peace in thy borders, and filleth thee with the finest of the wheat. He sendeth forth his commandment upon the earth. His word runneth very swiftly. He giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the hoarfrost like ashes. He casteth forth his ice like morsels. He can stand before it says, who can stand before his cold?
Yeah.
He sendeth out his word. He melted them. He caused the wind to blow and the waters to flow. He showed his word unto Jacob.
Come on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
That's right.
He had not dealt so with any nation.
Come on.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Hallelujah. Selah. Yahoo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Shalom, boy. Yeah, good reading there, boy. Oh, praise. Good. Way to roll. All right, y'all. Praise the glory and honor to the Most High.
Hey, Shalom, family. How everybody doing out there? I'm in Israel. I'm glad I came in to get the last end of this. Got a little prayer out with the family. All praise to the Most High.
Hallelujah.
Shalom.
May the Most High bless every last one of y'all, man. All praises, glory, and honor. Y'all know where it is. Poppy, Shabbat Shalom. My sister Sanya. El is good to Vaya in Texas. Yeah, we be through there in a minute. Yehuda Gur, hey, right on for the, Hebrew got Hebrew pedigree shirt and all that. Hallelujah, man. Most High bless. Mina J, Baruka Yah, Randall Doyden, hallelujah, big trucker. All praise to the Most High. Mikael Ben Israel. Man, it's a couple of y'all on her. Mikael. Man, Aaron Jacobs, Drew Rocker. It's so many, man. It's so many. But may the Most High bless y'all. Continue to pray for the Most High's people. Pray for us, and we continue to pray for y'all. We back up tomorrow afternoon. Yaki gonna bring out some powerful information, and then we back up Sunday for the Hebrew chapter 2 of the Hebrew primer. I know I'm about to go ahead and send them out now. I ain't even get a chance to. Long, hectic week, but all praises we got through it. I want to thank all y'all again for y'all prayers and support. We can't never get enough of your prayers. Continue to pray for us. Any of y'all got anything last y'all want to say before we close out? Anybody rock Israel in the building?
All praise the Most High, His only begotten Son.
You got our brother Keith in the building. Come on over here, man.
Anybody feeling like, man, I'm not important.
That brother always got some. Go ahead and get your issue out. He probably want something.
No, anybody feel like I'm not important, you know what I mean? Or nobody want to hear me, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the enemy infiltrate your mind and infiltrate your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, keep grinding, you know what I mean? And just keep the keep the faith. That's what it really is, because the enemy, he can seep in through them little foxholes and tell you, boy, he'll tell you, boy, nobody want to hear you. You ain't important.
Right.
You insignificant.
You part of the body, bro.
So you part of the body. You gotta keep strong, play your position, stand and man your post.
Yeah, hallelujah. Yo, Ed Bun, you something to say, bro? Good dog, Dawid. Come on over, David Anthony. My brother. Man, say hallelujah to your people, man. You did. This good dog, Dawid, David Anthony, be on the post, man. Known his brother since he was Fat Dave for real.
Wayne Bruce on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's me, y'all.
Yeah.
Now you see the face.
Wayne
Now you
Bruce.
see the face.
Bruce Wayne. Wayne
Bruce.
Bruce.
Yeah, Wayne Bruce.
He's like, man, I sent you a friend request. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Hey, man, fear God, keep his
commandment is the best of y'all.
Hallelujah.
Stand up for it for what it is. Like we said, at the end, you got to face him. And he going to charge you with them. Stand up for your people. That's all I got. Yeah. Don't be scared, man. Stand up for your people.
Be strong and very courageous, Zion.
Be brave. Believe.
No doubt. No doubt. So again, tomorrow Yaki should be doing this thing around noon. I'll be doing my thing around noon on Sunday, chapter 2 of the Hebrew Primer. Shout out to my Ak Shebaniah Yehuda over in the land, Ashkelon, Israel. Shalom. It's what it is, Hebrew. He said, good to see y'all fellowship. We'll be over there for one of them. We'll be over there for them feast days shortly. Let's get it done. All right, Most High be with us all. He said, yeah.
Zion calling.
Zion calling. And Sheb, hit me on WhatsApp. What time do the Power Talk room start out in the morning? I be getting on there late. So let me know what time it starts so I can go ahead and be up. Most High be with us all. Check y'all on the sooner than later. Y'all willing. Shalom.
Oh.
Wow.
Poppy shoot.
Poppy shoe. Hey, who talking about eating?